Let me make sure I'm not on mute. Okay. Hello, 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 hello. How is everyone doing? I am Legacy Moon, and this is True Crime and Mysteries. I don't know what was going on. I was having some weird things happen, and I had to play around and play around and play around. And I finally was able to make it work. So I am here, y'all. I am here. And y'all are too. But I thank you for your patience. Let me see. Who do we have here? We've got Justin's mom here. Shark Tank Life. Listen to me. Thank you, listen to me. Miss Nisi. Thank you, Miss Nisi. Aunt Natty. Thank you all. Thank you all. Bible Lady. Delicate Dell Shay B. Jet Black Straight. Nola Brown. Ray Della Lewis. Let's see here. Thessie Jewel we got. Alicia Philly Girl talks with TK. Coffee is brewing. Ooh, child, Rossi. Them folks is here. G Create. Siri Colette is here. Miss Veronica, what up though? Peekaboo. Let me see. Yanobi Danae. Hey, girl. Yanobi Danae. B. Williams. Hey, B. Williams. Diva Law. How you doing? We've got here AK's POV. Lunar Brain Fireheart. Life ain't over. Wh- What you broving for? And Kenna 14. What's up, y'all? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am here. I am back. I almost gave up. I almost said, fuck this. I'm just going back to lay down. I must not meant to be, but I got it, and we are here. Now, I hate Life Unleashed. I'm still getting winded, y'all, and I might these coughing spells just come up all of a sudden. So I have to, if I cough in the mic, I am so sorry, but I will try to mute it before you know, I'll try to catch it ahead of time. So I thank you all for your well wishes and everybody who reached out to me. I appreciate it. I did not, I haven't answered, everybody because I've been tired and all kinds of mess. And let me tell you what else I've been doing. Somehow or another, when we were done after dark last Friday, y'all, after dark, I felt so, I don't know, so little, so useless, I don't even know what to say because I didn't do After Dark Friday. That was the very first After Dark that I missed. And I truly, truly missed it. I missed y'all. I missed the good time that we have. Hey, Mixtress Monica. But anyway, as I was saying, when I got off last Friday, somehow or another, I got I look at van life and all that, but oh, I know what it was. I saw this video, you know how you scroll, and I'm like, what is this lady doing? Let me go in here. So I've been looking at, I don't know if it's Chinese or Japanese. Y'all got to excuse me. Hey, sound checking that, but I've been looking at them. They've got these things called tri tricycle electric cars, and it's literally on three wheels, and it's like a car, and they go to sleep in it and everything. And then they also excuse me, they also, like, once they park, they set up a bathroom. I mean, it was fascinating. So I've been addicted to that, and then watching them cook. Them folks can eat. They have like five courses like every day. But anyway, so that's what I've been doing with my time, looking at Asian. Is that what I'm supposed to? I can't remember. They told me, I think I said Oriental, and I was told I couldn't say that. So Asian. So whatever Asian national that is, I don't know if it's Chinese, Japanese. I just got into it. I also got into, then I guess if it figured, they'd recommend all this Asian stuff. So then I found this young lady she's got a family. I think her husband, and three kids, they're Korean and they are Muslim. I didn't know it was such a thing. So I'm all into that. I have been into some stuff, y'all. Some stuff. Now I will tell y'all, this is our body cam night, right? And that's what we was gonna do, body cam. But as I have not been, I have not listened to any phone calls from prison or anything like that. So I went, excuse me. to see what was going on, because I heard the birthday video dropped and all that. And so I was like, okay, well, let me check that out. Well, there was a call at the, let me see. I'll just choose show notifications. Okay. So anyway, when I went over there to find that call, an old call popped up and I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. Let me listen to this while I'm, getting ready. And this call is about a year old, and it's when Sonya first finds out she's on YouTube. And when I tell y'all, it was some stuff going on in that call that I think we need to talk about. So I am going to do that call. I am so very sorry for those of you who are here for body cam tonight, but I got to do this call because I was listening to this call and I was like, what? Hey, Prima Wanda, Leah TV, how y'all doing? So without further ado, I'm gonna. Oh no! Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's a lot of things going on in the news, y'all. A lot of things. So I am minding my own business, watching because I get news alerts too. I got to see who's scamming who. Who's zooming who. All that. I I got a news story. I got to play for y'all. Let me make sure I got it because y'all ain't gonna believe this. Y'all are not going to believe this. Let me see if I got it. Did I save it? No, I did. Problem is, where? Where did you save it, girl? Bible Lady, hey. Bible Lady says, knowing all the things we know now, I love throwbacks. I know, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I don't have it. I don't see it. Where did I save it at? Well, I'll tell you what, we gonna get it. We gonna get it because I know it ain't hard to find. Give me a minute, y'all. Mm-mm-mm. What you gonna do for me? Mm. Okay. All right. Here we go. This is a story I saw. I saw the other day, and I got to share it with y'all. What up, though? Thank you for the super chat. What up though says, got some hot tea, feel better, sis. Oh, get some hot tea, feel better, sis. Child, you know the thing of it is when I get sick, I don't like to I like things done a certain way. So like my teas and stuff, it's just a certain way I like it, and I just have to fix the stuff myself. And I was dragging. Hey, A&D Property and Maintenance Service, how are you doing? A&D Property says throwbacks are always good. Now, before I play this news story, let me play. What up, though? Thank you for the super chat, and thank you for supporting. All right, y'all, let's get into this news story because y'all not gonna believe it. I got to play it for you because you won't believe it. Okay, let me add this up there. And we going, oh, it would happen if I go to my shared screen. What is happening? Uh oh. Uh oh. Something's happening. Oh my gosh. What is happening? Mm. All right, y'all. I'm going to go out my studio and come back in. So I will disappear for a minute. Honest to goodness, these daggone technical difficulties is gonna work my nerves. Okay, so without further ado, let me go to my sharing screen so I can share this news story with you guys. Any screen, any sharing screen. Come on, sharing screen. You know, it's a shame how you feel rusty after you've been gone. You feel a little bit rusty. That's how I feel right now, rusty. But I'm gonna get it together. I don't like this. This is confusing. Okay, go here and okay, y'all. Here we go. And I like once again, thank you for all of the hiccups and all of the things that are happening along the way. All right, now check this out, y'all.
The way she died is like in a Stephen King.
Did that start off like that? Let me go. Okay, here we go.
A 95-year-old woman is being held tonight without bail. She's accused of murdering her 89-year-old roommate at a nursing home in Brooklyn. And tonight, a lawyer for the victim's family is talking to Eyewitness News reporter Sonya about the tragedy.
The way she died is like in a Stephen King horror movie.
The violent death in a Coney Island nursing home of an 89-year-old Holocaust survivor and great-grandmother, allegedly at the hands of her 95-year-old roommate, has left her family broken.
This didn't have to happen. This should never have happened.
95-year-old Galina Smirnova was arraigned on a murder charge today in Brooklyn Criminal Court. According to prosecutors, she was discovered by a staff member at Seagate Nursing Home washing blood off herself and around the room she had shared with Nina Kravtsov for only 2 days. Nina Kravtsov was dead, according to the medical examiner, of blunt force trauma.
She was asleep at sometime around 9 o'clock, and by 10 o'clock,
Now I see y'all in here with the what? Girl, what? Yes, honey, a 95-year-old lady. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on here? I child, in a nursing home.
she was beaten to a pulp.
The alleged murder weapon, a leg rest from Smirnova's wheelchair found discarded outside the building. Kravtsov's family's attorney Randy Zellin is normally a defense lawyer and tells us dementia plays a legal role here in 2 ways. First, in a likely civil suit against Seagate, which had...
Now, see, this is what, and this is what I'm thinking. You know, this is a 95-year-old woman, and I think the victim was like 85 or something, or 86. And I was thinking that dementia had played a role in this. You know, it's a new roommate only in there for 2 days, and who knows what kind of flashback the this lady had. You know, you never know. Um, Bible lady says Miss Helena done unalive her roommate. Ohio, Lord, yes, Miss Helena. Hey, Granny the Great. Hey, Miss Matt about music. How are you doing? Well fed us fed. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I probably butchered that name, but welcome, welcome, welcome. Anyway, hey, Black but not bitter. Um, hey, us as in we seniors need love too.
been Kravtsov's home for several years, arguing that it shouldn't have paired a patient with dementia with a roommate in a brand new environment without some supervision. And
Agreed.
second, if the defense makes the case Smirnova didn't know what she was doing.
Dementia can bring on, unprovoked, out of nowhere, a fit of complete rage. So defensively, that's the defense. Now, be interesting to see how that plays in against the backdrop of apparently discarding the piece of the wheelchair, washing her hands in the bathroom. Now suddenly we begin to see, maybe I do know what I...
Of course she washed her hands. They had blood all over them. I mean, let's use common sense here. This woman, I don't know if it's early onset or she's 95. I don't know if it's, I don't know. But I just, of course, she washed her hands. She felt like they were dirty. My goodness.
I was doing.
Attorney Randy Zellin says a team here at his office will be seeking justice for the family, looking to hold Seagate accountable if it could have prevented the tragedy with different protocols or staffing. We've reached out, but there has been no comment from the nursing home. In Midtown, Sonya Rincon, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Now let me tell you, like I said, I have mixed emotions about this because this lady, yeah, did she wash her hands? Yeah, my theory is, well, they were dirty. Did she threw the part to the wheelchair out the window? Just because like she did this doesn't mean she doesn't have the wherewithal to do certain things. Of course she's going to throw the weapon out the window. She doesn't want anybody to find it. And um I'm not excusing what she did, but I understand. I truly understand. And I think that the nursing home should have, they should be held accountable for their actions. And to me, what their actions was is putting a new patient in a room with somebody who already has dementia and no supervision. So I agree with that. I truly do. Hallelujah. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, get better and take care. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you for supporting.
How could I forget that I had given her an extra all this time she was standing there, she never took her eyes off.
All right. Let's see here. What else do we have? Hey, Miss CLC. Uh yes, Aaliyah TV. I did notice his eyes were a little crossed. I did notice that. Um Hey, Dion Salt Bay. She said she got rid of the weapon. Yeah. Yeah, she did. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Glorious Love. Glorious Love says, hey, y'all, a person in psychosis would not be cognate enough to wash their hands, usually. Yeah, but with Alzheimer's, I would think, my thing is she washed her hands because they were dirty. You know what I mean? She probably looked and says, "Oh my gosh," and washed her hands. The getting rid of the weapon, I can't. I don't know. I can't really, other than the fact that she did something wrong and she was trying to get rid of. I don't know. And in any state, whether she has dementia or whatever state she was in, um you know sh- I don't know that Alzheimer's takes away your right from wrong capacity. I don't know if it does that. So I would need somebody with more experience to explain that. But I do know that if she knows right from wrong, that would account for her, for the decisions that she made. Let me just say that. um Joy Stratton says, where does she get the strength at 95 years old? I know, to beat somebody to a pulp. Yes. Yes. I mean, and Alzheimer's patients are known to get violent with the nurses too, and the staff. So yeah, Prima Wanda said, I don't know what to think of that case. Yeah, I don't either. I don't either. But Aaliyah TV said, I'm glad I'm not on the jury. Listen, and my thing is this woman is 95. Is she going to even make it? So yeah, just terrible all the way around. Now, y'all, let's without further ado get into the mess that we come here to get into. And this is Nesto and his little messy behind. Um, let's get into this phone call. This is a throwback from a year ago, and it is when Sonya first finds out she's on YouTube, and there are some very interesting things in this call. Bible Lady says, I'm scratching my head at this one. Could someone, staff member, have done it and use this woman as a scapegoat? Ah, that's a good question. Goodness gracious, that is a good question. And I don't know how an interrogation went. I don't know any of that because this just happened 3 days ago. But that's very interesting. Glorious Love said, I see a lawsuit coming because the family is likely to accuse the center of being negligent. I do think they were negligent because she should have been supervised with this new patient in the room. So I see a lawsuit coming too, definitely. Um, let's get into this call. There are three calls on here, okay? And oh no, I don't want to do that. There are three calls on here. And we are going to get through this call no matter what. I don't care if I got to hyperventilate. We're going to get through. Let me share my screen. Uh, and like I said, there are some gems in this call, and they very much so interesting because we know so much more now. So much more. All right, y'all, here we go. Oh, I got to. Okay. All right,
This
now here
video
we go.
contains 3 jail calls between Ernesto and Sonya. In this first call, they continue to discuss the jail calls being on YouTube. Sonya goes on to say that she is not a mistress. Take a listen.
They watch the game?
Yeah, that's why it's so loud. I don't like talking on the phone when I get like that. I can't hear. I don't want to waste your money.
Me either.
Okay, but you're feeling better.
Honey,
You're feeling better. You're feeling.
are you feeling better?
I'm concerned about you. I'm not concerned about what nobody talking about. That shit, that don't even phase.
Oh, yeah, no one cares about all that shit. Let them talk.
Oh, they do. Now they do.
They're going to talk and quit. Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone's
he
talking, they're
told me
going to
about
quit.
it. Yeah, he told
Oh,
me about it.
did he hear some stuff too on that end? I thought I heard his ass on there.
Yeah.
I heard, go ahead. She was like, what? I was like,
You did?
Yeah. Him, your brother, and then your friend. Yeah. But those were real, like, 2 second, those were like 2 second phone calls. They weren't really trying to say too much on those because those, I guess, weren't juicy enough for them to speak on. Unlike, the wife and the mistress. That's it.
No, I still didn't hear nothing about the mystery with the mystery was in his hand. I just didn't get that either.
I know, right?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't hear no running away together. Fuck out. I didn't hear none of that. I didn't hear none of that.
Mm-mm. Nope. They're not going to listen. And the girl was saying that too. She was like, because the prosecutor said that, he's supposed to be running off to Steve's house in Dubai. So I'm looking for those recordings so we can play those. And I'm like, you ain't going to find it because it was never said. That was a fucking lie. The prosecutor said he freaking lied in court like he always do. Lied about that. He lied about running off to Florida, running off to Dubai. All that shit was a lie. Ain't nobody running no damn where.
This shit crazy. So I'm not worried about that part. Let them have it. Let them have it. I will be able to get out there one day and straighten all my shit. And then when I come around, they're going to forget all about it. They're going to forget all. Oh, I just
So
say
they
that.
forgot about it for a minute, and then here we go again. But I guess once you're done with court, it'll be a wrap, and you gotta make your statements and stuff. Well, we gotta do that beforehand. Before court.
Yeah.
That's got to be done before. So that's even. I mean, it's kind of cool that they're trying to keep it alive.
Kind of what?
It's kind of cool. They're trying to keep it alive online.
Why is that?
Okay. So I was listening on Instagram when I got in the car.
Listening to it.
On Instagram. They had it on Instagram. I didn't know till listening called and told me. And it was on Instagram, and they just got you and Shirley's conversation talking about the house and her, and which was not a bad conversation. She said Steve was scared of her. Other than that, which
What?
I wouldn't take it the wrong way, but sometimes people take things the wrong way.
Oh.
But you asked, was she home when they were going through the house? And she said, no, Steve would, we wouldn't go through the house if she was there. He's scared of her. And I was like, I wouldn't say.
Oh, you're talking about over his house?
Right, when you and her was talking about Steve's house.
Oh,
when she talking about when she went through the house. I guess I think that might be the same conversation that he probably twisted to say he was running away. Because remember, we were talking about, you were supposed to come and visit before all of this happened and hang out. And then that's probably the conversation he twisted and said, he's going to flee to Florida,
Oh, okay.
So maybe that was, unless you talked about the house another time. If there was another time that y'all spoke on the house, if y'all didn't only spoke on the house that one time, then that's the conversation he was talking about in court when he was talking about he's going to flee to Dubai.
Oh.
At Steve's house, Like, for real, you'll never find that recording because the recording never happened, and Kevin lied.
I will say this. I've said it before, and I will continue to say it. Just because he didn't have that conversation with you doesn't mean the conversation did not happen. I will always stand by that. Hey, that girl. Hey, them. No, I spoke to them folks already. Casino lady. Hey, what's up? Say, Jay, what is up? It's too complicated. What's up? What's up? What's up? So, Miss Mad About Music said, sorry, y'all. Miss Mad About Music said, who is, what's your name? Her friend Yvette. I'm starting to wonder if she's cuckoo too. I have been wondering that, Miss Mad About Music. I've been wondering that. Them folks said he ghosted you. Have you ever been ghosted? Them folks said he ghosted you and you took 5 weeks across 2 jails to find him with your weird ass. Them folks. Hey KK Scorpio, you ain't too late, child. All the technical difficulties we done had tonight. Aaliyah TV said, I think he probably told Lamont that. Bible lady said a married man was supposed to come visit and hang out with a soggy pamper loose piss puss peasant. Oh my gosh. No, Bible lady. No, no, no. Bad Bible lady.
Kevin
So they,
lied, just like
so
old Nat
they
lied.
putting all that. They putting all that on Instagram.
Y'all.
That's just the start. They ain't finished. She said she gonna go through some more and see what else she gonna put on there. So
Hey, is anybody listening
they
to
gonna
this?
rat it out, huh?
Oh, they gonna write it out. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They gonna rat it out, tap it out, see how many checks they can get off of all of this shit. That's all.
Wow.
Every view is a dollar sign.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, just go on.
they
Right
gonna
on
just
up.
tap it out, and again, everybody's version is different than the other person's. No two viewings says the same thing. Everybody got to add their little 2 cents, add a little narrative to it, and try to say something a little bit different than the last person, which
So
is usually adding on a lie.
They basically just really focusing on that them the boss. That's what they doing. That
That's
was
what I'm saying.
Excuse me, Sonya. It's called commentary. And the reason why each person's commentary is different is because each person has a different take on what's going on, Sonya. Okay? All right. Shay B said, yes, all of us did. Bible lady said, Yvette looks. What is wrong with you tonight, Bible lady? She said, Yvette looks slow as a turtle. She's friends with Sonya, so that's got to tell you some. Hey, Magic City's finest. Ooh, child.
Right. And what's keeping it alive is in her association with Steve, because Steve has been on
I'm
YouTube. They've been at him for a while.
talking about our conversation. That's what you
Huh?
The
Talking about what?
conversation. You thought our conversation about his wife. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, the one that you and her had.
Yeah, they riding off of that now.
Right. What? Well, ever since day one, they've been trying to affiliate everything to be a bigger fish.
Well, shit,
You know?
nobody said nothing bad about him. So what the fuck is they talking about?
That's what I said. Look like they're going to twist it. It's like they're twisting the whole mistress narrative. They're twisting everything to make it sound like something.
Right.
And the mistress this, and he's going to tell his mistress, and I'm like, that's not no fucking mistress. God damn.
Well, first of all, that don't sound like that. That didn't sound like that to me. Not what I heard.
Oh no, they got a lot of other ones, but
You ain't tell me that part. And you know what? I know what's going
So
on.
this is a picture that I took on my birthday with the jean outfit on, and I'm sitting on the floor beside my bed with that picture of you on the bed, right? So you said that's my favorite picture. I like the picture of you in the bed. But what they kept trying to play and try to make it seem like it was a picture of me in the bed, like some seductive type picture, when it's not. It's just me sitting on the floor. Me sitting on the floor next to the bed, and then your picture is, what I'm saying, in the room.
Okay, Sonya, we knew that that's what that was, but it's just more funny to say you sent him a picture with you laying in the bed. It's just more funny. I mean, woo wop. Hey, what's up? So, y'all have not seen Yvette. There, people have shown pictures of her I have to find one. I have to find one. Now I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't noticed no unibrow. Okay, y'all. I just ain't noticed that. Hey, Nikki G. Nikki G says, "Shay B, you're spot on. She do look like him." Cause man, Shay B, stop it. Bert from Sesame Street. Come on. Hey, hey Helen, how you doing? Um, Helen said at that girl, he even asked her if it was okay for people if he came there. What? He can't tell the truth for anything, and neither can she. Yeah, neither one of them can tell the truth. Glorious Love said, more importantly, why does she have a picture of a married man in jail on her? You know what? Exactly. I mean, that in itself is just weird.
So they tried to clip that and make that sound like it was some seductive ass, bed picture. And I'm like, girl, please, y'all sound real stupid. That picture, a 2-year-old could look at that picture and not see anything offensive with that picture.
Girl.
Hold on. What picture? They had a picture of you too?
No. There's no picture of me. Mm-mm. There's no picture of me and no mention of my name because, nobody know my name. But, probably Trevor.
Oh.
No, it's a conversation we're having about the picture.
Uh-oh.
You're talking about you like that picture. That's what it is. If you saying, I like that picture with you, in the bed, but it's come off like you're saying, like I'm in the bed or some shit. You get me? But if it's that picture of me sitting on the floor next to the bed, and all you see is my shoulders and my head. You know that picture. Right. It's that picture.
Okay. So that's kick it off right there. That's what kicks it
Right,
off.
that picture. Yeah, that is. Yeah. But as I said, it just comes off as thinking, oh my God, what kind of picture, because you mentioned bed, but it's a clean picture because it's me fully dressed with my shoulders,
Right. Well,
in my head.
So basically, that's a mystery then. That's what they're saying.
Right. Again, they only put off things that make it sound misleading, Because, like I said, that picture is a rated G picture. I can send that same picture to my mama.
Oh, okay. So basically, yeah. They're just trying to destroy me. That's fine. I get it. They already did that.
Well, yeah. They're just trying to make a story. That's all. You're just a victim.
Yeah, I'm already.
Oh, wow.
I'm already done on that. They already done put the barrel on it.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Until the next news story come out, and then
Oh, okay.
the next victim.
Okay. How many views that get? Why you laughing?
I was drinking on Instagram. It was 20,000 when I first looked at it, but that was a while ago. So ain't no telling how many now because it's on a very popular site. But like 100, about 150 on YouTube.
Okay, so they're gonna hit.
But that's with everybody, 20 here, 30 here, 40 here, like that.
Oh, okay. So it'll hit about a million by the weekend. Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, it'll be about a million by the weekend.
Man, hopefully it'll die out. To the next posting. It'll die out. Yeah.
Well, it ain't.
Okay. Where's that comment at? Tell the truth, says Sonya was flattered even then, only pretending to be annoyed. She's out her mind with lust. That's it. Can I tell you I agree? I concur with that statement. Hey, Old Man Johnson's farm. Black but not bitter said, no, you wouldn't. You don't know how to reach your mama. I was thinking that same thing. Aunt Nettie said, she's a hoe doing what a hoe do. So I got a question. She keeps saying then and even clear up to now she's not the mistress. She still is the mistress because that's Edith's husband. But what do y'all call it when a woman messes with a married man and continues a relationship? She's then already slept with him and she continues an ongoing relationship. I don't care if it is by phone. We already know they done did the deed. So what do y'all call that? Tell me what y'all call that. I call it a mistress. I'd like to hear what you them folks said a hoe. It's too complicated, said a hoe. Nikki G said a 304. What up though? Said 304. Bible lady said a hoe. To tell the truth says You can tell she likes the attention. Yes, you can. You most certainly, especially in this call. I never check to see how many views a story got because I don't care. I can be a blogger checking for views, but why is Sonya so concerned? Exactly. Exactly. Y'all saying a hoe. Wait a minute. Who said a weird? Psycho Boney said a weird hoe. Woo Wop said piece, a side piece, side hoe 304. Y'all go with 304 in a can in a camper in a pamper set. Coleslaw is what I call it. Okay. Glorious Love said a harlot. Not a harlot. Hey, Leo lady. Joe. B. Williams, a slow hoe. Child. Aunt Natty said, yeah, I call it a hoe. Yeah, so we're gonna go, we're going with hoe. Hey, let's talk about it all. What's up?
Expecting them folks what they got going on. I can tell you that. They're getting their check. So,
I don't know.
what you
Like
mean,
I said, I don't know. Like I said, that I try to take things very lightly. So
Oh, okay.
that conversation y'all had talking about the house and all of that stuff, somebody can take it another way. I take things lightly. Like it wasn't that bad of a conversation, and you know what I'm saying. It didn't sound like any hate, or any of that. But that same conversation, them other people could take it and be like, I can't believe that motherfucker said that. You get me? Fuck this shit. It could be the same conversation. I'm just saying, it could be nothing, and somebody can take it and run with it and make it negative.
I just said what I said. So if that's what I said,
You asked the question. You didn't say anything. You just said you just asked.
okay.
Does she look old?
Okay, what's wrong with that?
That's what I'm saying. For guys say, guys say stuff like that. Is she fat? Is she ugly? It's a question. It wasn't you saying she was anything. It's just a question asked. But again, somebody can be like, what the fuck is the matter with my wife look like to him? You get me?
Oh, okay. So
Somebody can take it and run with it.
So what the one they're talking about the bed situation? How they ran with that? Let me hear that part.
Let me hear
They
that
made
boy.
a comment. It was just part of their little narrative, and they chose to put that phone conversation up there. Remember, it's plenty of conversations that was heard, so I'm just looking at why they chose that one to put up there.
Oh, okay. Because that still don't sound like no message to me.
You said you're a very beautiful woman. You're very you don't realize how pretty you are, and which again, like I said, when we talk, there's no, except when I'm flirting, there's no sexual undertones to our conversation. You know what I'm saying? I'll say, you cute, you pretty, or whatever, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? People flirt, but it doesn't have any. There's no conversation of what a mistress would have in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I mean, other than you saying it's something with the box, you said pat it down or whatever. So pat your box down or whatever. You tell me to pat it.
What?
When I used to have horny conversations, But again.
But she says there were no inappropriate conversations. I wish a man married to me would sit up and tell another woman, "Oh, if that thing hot, just pat it for me." I, please. Now, Samantha Lake, what's up? Samantha Lake, you call it Mary Magdalene. KK Scorpio said chicken head hoe. Hey Bella, what's up? Southside Chi-Town, what is up? Real. Hey. Yeah, this Justin's mom says she's too excited to be outed. You can hear it in her voice. She is digging all of this. B. Williams said he used to flirt back after he gave you his list of work items. Hey Andrea, how you doing? Hey twin mom, 14, how are you?
This was last year when I was on dating app and doing all that stuff that you were saying. Had it or some shit. Anyway, this is all November, October conversation. Back then, when I was dating people. So that's why I was like, they choosing certain conversations wisely because I was going out on dates back then, and I was calling and we would talk about my dates. When I was just one guy, he just kept putting his hands on me, he just touchy. You know what I'm saying? We were kicking it like friends on the phone. But of course, that's not gonna fail. So let's find something that they talk about that can make it sound like it's something. And so they pull those things. And me saying that I love you, you know what I'm saying, which is fine. You can be in love with somebody. You can love a person. I don't make a person your mistress. I don't make a person anything. People, I can fall in love with Prince. You know, that don't make me his mistress. That's just how I feel. You know.
You can fall in love with whoever you want to fall in love with. The difference comes when you are meeting that person, when you are having relations with that person, and when you are now supporting that person who is in what I don't understand what she calls it. I really don't get it. I mean, she really thinks she's like a step above a hoe. Say J said, "Ho, you found him on a dating site." Hey, Natasha Razor Glam. She says the happiest day in Sonya's life was when she got outed on YouTube because she never had this much attention. I will definitely agree with that. And she's eating it up at this point. She thought she could withstand the heat in the kitchen, but the heat has gotten too hot for her right about now. Dion Salt Bay said mouth smacking on food and talking. That's what she does best.
But they just stuck on that because that makes the story sell. It's all about making the story sell,
It's called a business
basically.
decision.
And that just, woo, whatever.
Okay.
And never a dull moment apparently in your life.
What you say?
Never a dull moment in your life.
Oh shit. Well, you know what?
It's a good distraction though. This is good to keep your mind off of the bullshit that is court.
It's something else though. I ain't lying.
Yeah, I mean, it's still.
It's something else.
It just shows you though when you look at stuff. That's why I don't even be on YouTube no more like that. I'll go and I'll look at car videos, and I'll look at car accidents, and I'll look at bands and stuff like that. But all them other sites, I don't even go on there anymore because I realize how exaggerated they are, how they lie, and just you're just like they'll take 2 seconds of real information on a 30-minute video, and only 2 seconds of that whole video was actual truth, and everything else was an exaggerated lie.
Damn.
But
I'm just trying to figure out where the exaggerated lies are in his case. Okay. Hey, Chick-fil-A Gail. Hey, Anastasia Nelson. What's up, Carlton Brown? How are you doing? What up, though, said Sonya. He still doesn't own up to you. He still doesn't own up to you. Shirley gone, but you didn't get to move up. He doesn't want you. You're a placeholder. You know what? It's funny the fact that the two of these won't call what it is. They want to dance around their relationships. Oh, we're just friends. Oh, he's just a friend I love. All this foolishness that they're always saying, that we're apparently supposed to be too stupid to read between the lines and see what's really going on. But the funny part about all this is I don't even think, when she was just so happy back then, I don't think back then she knew about that. I don't think she realized that this man was going to become her dependent. I don't think she realized that at all.
don't know it unless.
Oh, Danielle, hey, how are you doing? I didn't speak to you. um Bible lady said it's a good distraction for her. Yes, and we see how fast she gets bored, because she's already bored with her Barbie dream house. Danielle said she's excited and he's pissing his pants. Helen said it's not fine to say any. It's not fine to say any of the things you said to a married man. Weird hoe. Okay, knock it out the park. Okay.
Unless they report on your life or somebody close to you, you don't know it. You're just looking at it. Like I used to look at those things and lightweight believe all the shit they saying, not thinking they just as bad as the news on TV. Oh, just as bad as the fucking news. Y'all are reporting lies, exaggerations. If it's not exactly how it is, then you're lying. All that shit is a lie unless you're telling the absolute truth. You're not reporting the absolute truth. You're exaggerating. You're lying because in no way
You have 1 minute remaining.
what I'm talking about was true. But fuck 'em. Fuck 'em.
Yeah.
Fuck 'em, man. Fuck 'em.
Yeah. Well, I had a good conversation. Thanks for
With
doing that with my son.
with Sonya.
Yeah,
Mhm.
good conversation. So we'll be all right.
Yeah. I thought I was gonna run into him. Yeah, whatever. I was like, I'm gonna run into you. I was supposed to run into you and Unc this week because I wanted to have a sit down to go over some things on his case. And I was like, I don't want to talk about it over the phone. So
Right. Okay.
I want to sit down and talk to him.
Okay.
You know? Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's
So
some
these
real
people
shit.
so desperate and shit, to try to secure their lives. What time are you calling me tomorrow?
It's 8 o'clock.
Okay, 8 o'clock.
All right, love you too. Thank you very much. And hey, the only thing that
I love
house
you.
is bars. Love you too.
Okay,
Take care.
sorry.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
In this next call, you will hear Ernesto and Sonya talk about comments that she read on social media. Take a listen.
Okay, what you got going on? What you laughing
Hello,
about?
sir. How are you? Honey?
What you laughing about? Did the world know you?
Oh my gosh.
You kept saying it. You kept saying it. Shit.
Oh my gosh. Well, they just got the first, they ain't got the last.
What?
They only got the first, they don't have the last.
That don't make sense.
First name?
Yeah.
That's all they got is the first name.
I mean, what that don't make sense.
Because if you just got the first name, that still doesn't really identify a person.
Right. So where'd that come from? Conversation?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't even know how that even came about.
Oh.
Because you never say it, unless that's like the one
Thank
time that
you.
you ever said it. Right, like the one time you've ever said it. And so like, I feel like I know one time you said it, but right, you never say it. And so I'm like, this, what the fuck? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know.
That's somebody did that. That's all it is. So you're making a big deal out of you?
I think this is when he's gonna go in how fine she is and whatnot. I don't know, and we're jealous. Um, Carlton Brown, yeah, she's Carlton Brown says that Sonya is from my hometown. Well, listen, can you please take her back? Because people don't want her. Justin's mom said, sorry at Carlton Brown.
I mean, not no more than before. It's just they got a name on it. That's all. They just put a name with it. That's all. They don't have a face. They just put a name with it. So.
Oh, okay. So I guess it's good enough from there, huh?
I don't know. We'll find out. I text you.
I got it.
I text you.
And we got it
just
too.
now.
Oh no, I ain't got that. No, I just got
Hold
one.
on.
Did it get?
Oh, okay. No, I text you again. It's okay. It's pending. Oh, that picture came through, so you got it. It just got approved just now.
What
It
picture?
just got approved just now while I was on the phone with you. The one about that guy in his charges getting dropped. So they approved that. So yeah, that came through. Along with that text I sent you. So when you get off, you'll just read that, and that'll be that.
Oh,
How do you feel today?
I got a headache right now. I went outside after I read that text and went outside. Citizen son came in here and got my mustache trimmed off. And
Okay.
so I sit down for a minute and process shit because to me, I think somebody got some roots on my head. Cause this shit going berserko.
I know, right?
No, straight up over nothing.
Mm-hmm. I know. And then so one.
He thinks he's got roots on him. Well, Nesto, all I can say is, call me now. Okay. This is, and things have happened in my life. I've never, my first go to is not, somebody put a root on me. My first go to is, well, what did I do wrong? How can I prevent this from happening again? You know, that's where my mind is. But somebody put roots on me. He's not saying, oh, I did all these stuff by deceptions. Oh, I like to look at pictures of little kids in certain positions. He's not saying that. He's somebody done put roots on me. Now, Carlton Brown, Bible Lady is sending her condolences, her sincerest condolences to you because this weirdo is from where you from. I'm from Ohio too, but not where she from. Not where she from. That girl says roots, no roots. It's called karma, Nesto. Bible Lady said, Carlton Brown, give us the real 411 on her being pew-pewed. Granny the Great said, my mind starts asking for forgiveness. Right. This is where your mind go. That it's not somebody didn't put roots on me. Call me now.
A comment. One idiot said, "Oh, you don't hear not one time that him saying he didn't do it." I'm sitting there like, he took about 5 conversations. He said it thousands of times. They just probably didn't play it, or they're not gonna play it. But no one gets on the phone every day and say, "Hey, I'm not guilty. I ain't do this. What you doing today?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I
no
would.
one says that every day. You've said it enough times where you don't have to say it anymore. You didn't do it. You're not guilty. It's some bullshit. Yeah, it's just it's just ridiculous comments, and it's this is the thing. People aren't invested, so they're not going to do the research. They're going to just read and listen and put their little stank 2 cents to it. You know, they're just going to look at it, kiki about it, or oh he's so this, or oh she's so stupid, or oh she's not this, or make their little comments like it's a television show,
Right.
and not realize no, this is real life. This isn't reality TV. This is real life, and this is a serious situation. And we all know how police love to lie, especially Roswell police. It's their history. And they love to, do the investigation work. The woman went to court with no evidence. How does that even make sense? You came to court with no evidence. One thing you came to court with was a couple conversations. That's it. But nothing backing it. Just a couple conversations.
Let me tell you something, Sonya. The people on YouTube following this case have more paperwork and documents, as your man would say, than you. You are the only one who don't seem to know what's going on with the case. We've got warrants, evidence, everything. What do you have, Sonya? You went on Tasha Case and you didn't even have cue cards. You ain't have no index cards. You didn't have a manila folder, a binder. You had absolutely nothing sitting on Tasha Case. But guess what everybody else had? They had all of the paperwork, okay? Some people are not new to this, they're true to it, especially true crime. So, girl, get on out of here.
She did no homework on any of it. She didn't investigate it. She didn't do the money trail. She didn't find out who these people were. Nothing. You did nothing but charge him. You didn't even interview him. That doesn't even make sense that even flew to even get to a complaint, let alone.
And to this day, she thinks that this fool hasn't been interviewed, which is telling me that she's not even watching the latest proceedings because it came out. Well, wait a minute. Wasn't she sitting there in court that day that they talked about him being interviewed? Okay.
Let's hold on that.
Okay.
It's ridiculous, but people don't care. They're not invested. They just look at the surface situation, make the little comments, and just ride with it. So that's the mentality until the next big story comes, and they talk about the next person, and they talk about the next person, because it's all about a check. And the more views, the more they twist it and make it seem so dramatic, the more views. The better the spin, the more views, the bigger the check.
Okay, first of all, I would like to know, did they catch you one when I didn't know that Cody, I didn't know nothing what the fuck they had going on. Since they talking about this, so they should see it.
They talked about that. They said she's saying everything. They had the conference where I'm saying everything's on Erica. They trying to make, they played that. They played that, the fact that, the fact that they're looking at you and they're not looking at Erica, the person who's out here with the mortgage fraud, the identity theft, the nonstop criminal record since 1996, I think was the first time she got arrested.
It's funny. She knows Erica's record by heart. She can't even, I bet you, if you said, hey, Sonya, rattle off that 41 count RICO for me, I bet you she couldn't do it. I bet you she could not do it. And we talked about Erica. Yes, she is a co-conspirator. And yes, we talked about her. No, we didn't say, oh, we did say that girl ain't no lawyer. That chick ain't no lawyer. That woman ain't no lawyer. We said all of that. But what we also said is that your man knows her as Erica Kang. He also calls her the Queen of the South. So when she sat on that Zoom court and said, I'm April Holloway, and he sat there like she was April Holloway, then that's telling me right there that he knew. That's what we're looking at. We're looking at that, Sonya. She would represent him under a different name, and he never questioned it. Come on now. Shirley testified finally. How you doing? Psycho Bodie said, Dear Cleveland people, can someone please give us the 411 on Sonya? Real says she's just saying what he wants to hear. Her say to stay good with him. No one could be this stupid. Shirley testified finally, says she knew everything about everybody but Nesto. Right. Hey, allegedly. Hey, Michi 3.
They played all that on that?
Yup.
Yeah, they played the the 30-minute conversation, 15-minute conversation. They played like 5 conversations that you and I had and 5 conversations that you and Shirley had. 5 or 6 or 7 conversations.
Okay, when that show that I'm innocent, so what the fuck are they talking about?
No. I mean, it just shows, it just shows the conversation. They're still making their little comments about, oh, he sound like a con artist. Oh, he sound like a player. Oh, he sound like, and you don't sound like that at all. It's when you're talking to Shirley, and you actually sound like a loving husband. And I'm trying to feel like, damn, they just want him to be the bad guy so bad. They just really twisting this. I don't know if it's just bitter ass women, but I'm like, they're just making it sound so bad. Oh, and she sounds so pathetic, and she just needs to leave, and he's just this, and she's, and I'm just like, wow, like the spin they put on it. But you, like I say, you can see something and I can see something and we can see still 2 different things. You get me? And that's just how the mind works. You can see a car and I can see a car. And in my mind, that car is ugly as hell, and you could think that car is the baddest car ever made. It's just the difference of how people think. Like people, believe this and some people don't. So it's just everybody forms a completely and sees a completely different version than the next person. So when you read comments, one comment will say something totally opposite, and you'll be like, damn, are they talking about the same video? But they are. But it's just 2 mindsets. So, and a lot of them, you got some that make sense, and then you got a lot of them that sound better.
So they play how that we are confident in each other's conversations. Did they record that shit? Did they record how you found me? What?
Well, I didn't hear that yet. I didn't hear that. That's going all the.
Yes, we heard it. We heard how she found you, and we heard how appreciative you were. That conversation you had with your son and said, them folks came looking for me. Like you was all that in a bag of chips. But right now, you're none of that. Granny the Great says, we're going to believe you're innocent because you said so. Nutty Nesto. Wait, wait a minute. Okay. I had to cough on that. To tell the truth, said, why would we bitter as women? Don't forget, we're bitter like bitches. That's what she calls us. Why would we be bitter as women when we don't know Nesto? We don't want him, nor do we want to support a lying criminal like Sonya does. Amen. That girl says this is one sick hen here. She's pitiful. Lord, where is her self worth? She has no shame. Say Jay says he never sounded like a loving husband. Yeah. I was wondering where she heard that call at because I didn't hear it. Not one time. He sounded like a a what a some kind of child mad that his mother didn't bail him out of jail like Basil from Women of Roosters. Right, putting her house up for that boy, and then he disappear on on the court day. Yeah, that's what he wanted. That's what he wanted. And it's interesting you make that connection because that is the attitude that he has. I didn't do nothing. Uh, I no, this so and so did it. No, blaming everybody and everybody surrounding him but not taking ownership or responsibility. Real says something that I think is very important. Real says hearing her voice makes us bitter. Thank you. It does. Rossi says she has zero self worth. No, not at all. Absolutely none. Granny the Great, that's okay. Granny the Great said, I didn't mean to make you cough, Legacy. I'm sorry. That's okay. That's okay. Sometimes you're used to certain comments from certain people, but then you get somebody who makes a comment that you just wasn't expecting, and it just kind of it hits different. That's all.
To August. That's August. So I don't know. They didn't go back all the way to August yet. They only furthest one. They're only going to pick the juiciest conversations. They're not going to pick conversations that sound vanilla. They're only going to pick something that's newsworthy. That's going to make.
Is anybody really truly?
Yeah, they are. They are. It's like at least 200,000 views on all of them if you put them all together.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they're listening. But I don't know how far they take it past looking at it. If what the mindset is, which it doesn't. They're.
Did they talk about when I got screwed with the fucking lawyers and shit? Did they play any of that shit?
What?
Oh no, but they saw that with that first video when your lawyer was just screwed. No, you do see us talking about BC and you trying to get me to come down to Atlanta to talk to him. They did play that, and then when something happened.
You know, it's interesting. You have a whole wife. Actually, you have several whole wives. And you pick some woman that you slept with a year before you was arrested to come and talk to BC. And did you really think BC was going to talk to her? BC probably said, "Who the fuck is you?" So no, 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 no. But we just friends. We just friends. That is something a wife does, not somebody, not some friend that I slept with from Florida. Okay, that I use community toys on. Not at all.
He was like, you need to come down here. And then the girl was trying to make a comment because I said, I need to come next week because I'm the poor one and she's the rich one. And they was like, see, she's trying to get in his pockets. She's trying to get that money. I'm like, they just, like, I just had to laugh at that. Like, that's not even what I was saying. I was saying next week's going to be cheaper. I'm paying for it. You know what I'm saying? And how is he going to pay for anything? They took everything. They froze everything. The man has nothing. So, like, you know what I'm saying? They threw that, like, they just threw that spin on it. And I'm sitting here like, that's crazy how they throw a spin on a conversation to make it sound like that. I'm sitting here like, I was joking, but I was saying, immediate flight is a huge difference from let me come next week. Because at this point, since we're not going to court, it's not going to really make that big of a difference, between this week and next week. But she was just eager for me to just, and I get it because no one wants to be in jail, on some bullshit.
So it just made me just, to me, it just made me just like.
So because you weren't saying throughout the whole conversation, I'm innocent, I'm innocent, I'm innocent. So when she would bring it up, you would cut in to kill her, well, we're not going to talk about that because you can't really talk about your side. Because anything you say can be held against you, and you see how they're twisting my words.
Right.
Anything you say, they'll fucking twist your words. Only thing you can say is, I did not do this. That's all I can say.
Anybody know the lyrics to that? Didn't Alexander O'Neal make a song called "Innocent"? Didn't he? "Innocent, baby." I'm gonna look that up. I think he did. Um, Bible Lady said BC told him that he had a problem talking to Sonya and Shirley. Joy Stratton said, "So your soul died, but she's still living." KK Scorpio says Sonya has nothing because he had nothing. Miss Mad About Music said, "Silly side hen. He didn't have anything. Money. Oh yeah, I forgot about his accounts being frozen. I forgot about that." Casino Lady said, "I was floored that day. She walked up to Hannah in the courtroom with that black trench coat on, like, who the hell does she think she is?" Kimmy Who says Nesto keeps acting like he has never heard about these calls. His attorney told him his ass was being dragged on YouTube. It's the fake surprised expressions for me. Okay? And you know what? He's acting like we can already hear how excited and the excitement in her voice. He's down with it too because see, I think at first he thought it was a game, but nevertheless, we are in the third year. I just want them to know and understand that Will Wooten's case is not based on YouTube comments. And this is what they keep thinking. They keep thinking everything that's going against them is because of YouTube. These folks ain't sitting up here listening to us. That ain't happening, fool.
Did not do this. They came to court with no evidence other than a conversation. That's it. A conversation. They didn't do a follow-up. They didn't investigate it. They came to court with a conversation that somebody who's mad at me had, which we know women are good for getting mad and running in line on dudes. If I can't key his car, like the one was, eager to, when he get on Shirley's page, you got to call me. Shirley, you got to call me. I got to tell you something about your husband. You know what I'm saying? So it's like...
So what you're telling us, Sonya, is that not only do you stalk his page on a daily, you stalk Shirley's too. Because you didn't just look at the picture, you went through and read comments. The only way she can know that that was on Shirley's Instagram is if she saw it herself or if she was listening to the phone calls or a content creator who is covering this case. That is the only way she would know that that happened.
To get mad and to get back.
So basically,
And it's
what
like...
you're saying, hold on. Basically, what you're saying, not cut you off, but basically what you're saying that you listening to all this stuff here, what you get out of that?
I don't get anything out of it because, like I say, everybody's saying something totally different. Everybody's a different take from one conversation. You have 5 different takes from it. So, and that's just people. Everybody thinks differently. So it's like,
Okay.
the one thing that just resonated, like I said, one person was like, he didn't even say he innocent. He said it 1,000 times on other conversations. He's just not going to say it every time. The same person you're talking to. Every time you talk to me, you're not going to say, hey, I'm innocent, because we already had the conversation. Every time you talk to Shirley, you're not going to say it because you've had the conversation and she knows you. You know, y'all been together 10 years or 11. She knows you. So certain things, she knows her character. She knows her personality. You can't fake your person's personality for 10 years. You can't fake that. You can't fake. Some people can't even fake 1 year. You know, the real always comes out. Your truth comes out. So for them to say, oh, she's so this and she's so blind, she's been with this man for over 10 years. You can't fake it for 10 years. There's no way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, or maybe, no, like, or maybe she don't want to see it. You know, they're just so after somebody being the bad guy of this movie. And that's what it is to them because it's on TV. They're all watching this on TV and on their computers. So it's like a movie to them.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's got their opinion and they got
Reality
their
show.
version of how it should play out or how this or
Mm-hmm.
you're the villain. You know,
Yep.
you're the villain. She's the victim. They're calling her narcissistic. You know, they're calling her this. Everybody's calling her this, that, and the other, which is
I've never heard anybody call Shirley narcissistic. Never heard it. Barbara Lady says she didn't answer his question. What'd you get out of that? Yeah, she dipped and dived that one, didn't she? KK Scorpio said I would because at that time I know the prosecutor is listening. Dion Salt Bay said I didn't, but thank you for sharing. That's great for her. At Helen, Aunt Natty said, "Look up dumbass in the dictionary," and Sonia's picture pops up. Anastasia Nelson said, "Answer the damn question." She not gonna answer that. She is not gonna answer that. Hey, chocolate drop. Michi3 says, Sonia, you know old nasty is faking, and he got you wrapped around his eggplant.
mean, you know, to call her anything. This is her life. And they can't, you know what I'm saying? It's just fucked up. And the thing of it is people are willing to accept whatever they accept and believe whatever they want to believe.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is like how they just twist something. It's just so I was laughing last night. It was some of that shit was just so funny how they was just talking about me and he's on the phone and he don't want to hear what she got to say. He wanted her to get off the phone with her and I'm just like
Who don't
I
like that?
ramble a lot of the times because you're sitting in there and I need to take your mind off of where you're at. So I'll have a lot of dumb conversations just to get your mind off of you just sitting in a jail, not knowing what your future is. They don't get that. You know, they're just saying, oh, he's just a man. Like, no, he's not sitting in his car in a parking lot chilling. He's in fucking jail. He's in jail. I gotta take his mind off this, so I'm gonna bring up just a random, he don't give a fuck conversation. Just to say, here, think about this. You know, don't think about that. Think about this. You know? And when we hang up, hopefully he'll think about that, even though it makes no sense to him and what, you know,
Okay, so
still,
I got another question. What is the last conversation that they had?
I don't know.
Yeah, you
Oh, you don't
do.
know.
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
It's still like,
Those conversations
it's
with
Stop
what month
lying.
it was.
November. Everything was like November. Was like
Okay.
the last of it. It's everything. It's right before you hired your attorney.
Okay. Okay.
Right before it got out, basically. Right when she told Steve. That's what it was. Like right around November. Because they had that bogus ass news article for October with the $1 million scam
But it
shit
still
and
don't sound like I got no goddamn what they call it again? What is that guy? Girlfriend? That shit don't sound like no girlfriend to me.
that's what I'm saying. It does listen, it doesn't
You know what I find interesting on the last call that we heard and on this call, he is the one who keeps going back to the girlfriend thing. So, like, he is really bothered and concerned that people were saying that at the time because, he didn't want that interfering with Shirley. So he was acting he was acting like he wasn't concerned when he was very concerned. Magic City's finest said emphasis on dumb. Queen Black, hey, what's up? Beautifully Made 13, what's up? Beautifully Made 13 said yes, she was in court that day. Was she? So apparently she must have fell asleep on the part where they talked about him being interviewed by the police. CJ said then 2 months later in November, she tells Dre, He knows he can get Shirley back. He wasn't worried about that. And where is Shirley now? In the arms of a new man, and probably one who could actually support her and who is supportive of her. Okay. Bella says he's offended more than anything. Natasha raised her glance at Nesto is embarrassed that anybody would think he was with Sonya. Yeah, because remember, she went looking for him. He ain't go looking for her. Hey, Salt and Pepper Tresses. Dion Salt Bay said he was scared Shirley was going to find out. Yes, he was. He's being very concerned about that.
Sound like it, but of course I'm trying to tell you they have to put a spin on it to make it interesting. So all the conversations we have, even though so remember that picture that I sent you, me sitting on the fly. So they just kept playing that, and my cousin listened to it, and she was like, "What's up with the picture about the beard?" I was like, "It sounds like it's some type of sexual picture." She was like, "Yeah." I
Here
said, "But
she
it's not.
is.
It's a G picture. It's
Here she is bringing up the picture again. Only her.
me sitting on the floor, fully dressed, and a picture
I
sitting on my
forgot
bed
about
is
it.
what it is. That's what it is. That's the picture she's talking about. But the way it sounds, the way you're talking about it, it makes it sound like it's some type of me spreading across the bed type of like some sexual like that's what it. But it's not. Well, you know it's not. But I had to send it to her. She was like, "That's the picture." I was like, "Yeah." That's the picture. She was like, "Oh my God, that's the picture." I said, "Yeah, it's very." I think my granddaughter could look at that picture and not think nothing of it. It's just a picture. But there's a bed in the picture, and that's why he's just doing descriptions. And when you hear bed, and they try to put mistress, so they're trying to make it sound, like it's something sexual, which there's nothing. I've said nothing sexual to you. We don't have. Also, we've had a couple conversations where we talk about somebody being horny, but that's just because I wasn't fucking nobody, But that was again last year when I was exactly when I was dating and back then and all of that. So that was so again, they put their spin on it. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
That's fine.
And then they said something about an illegal conversation when you said box, but you were talking about,
About what?
when you said the box, just pack the box. But the one girl, when she tried to narrate it, and he's talking about some illegal box. And I'm thinking, like, what the fuck is she talking about?
Is that many people commenting on
That shit was so laughable. I was just like, this is
Oh my gosh, it's so laughable. Glorious Love said, I think that the state is kind of listening. You Glorious Love, I know, right? Oh my gosh. Y'all, my comments have froze. I gotta go out and come back in. Let me see where I am on this video. I am at call number 3439. Okay, y'all, because I hate this. I hate when this happens, but I'm going to go out and come back in. So I'm going to drop off for a minute, but I'll be right back. These technical difficulties are a bitch. Okay, so I think everything is working. Let me pull it back up. All right. Let me add, okay, up there. All right, let's
people are retarded.
Okay.
Retarded.
People are what I want to say, commenting on this shit.
Yes. Oh my God. So from yesterday, from when I stopped looking at it, it's like 50 comments since last night at 4:00 in the morning. It's like 50 more comments
she's
on
counting.
Monday, and it's just it goes from one extreme to the other. So like I say, it's just a broad situation. But again, like
what is the outcome supposed to be of all the foolishness? That's what I'm trying to figure that out. What is the outcome?
well, what everybody wants, what the majority of things, she needs to divorce him. He's a con artist, and he likes the mistress more than the wife. That's what the majority is saying because the way they talk on the phone is so much different from the way him and her talk on the phone.
Yup, I said it.
Is it happened yet? Let me hear that part.
Listen, they can want what they want. You know what I'm saying? They just spectators.
Okay, this call is September the 8th, 2023. We are now on September the 21st, 2023. Nesto, are you still married to Shirley Strawberry? Were you ever married to Shirley Strawberry? Asking for Shay B's cousin, okay? All right. Uh, Now, Glorious Love said something a few comments ago. She said, if Bottom Chick was a person, You look that up in the dictionary, and her picture is sure to be there. I'm trying to tell you. Dion Saltbay said, he hit it. You just don't want us to know you are getting in with a married man. That's right. That is exactly right. To tell the truth, see, I was on a good roll. Now I'm messing up. Tell the truth says, I know the state is listening, but the charges aren't based on what YouTubers are saying. Thank you. Thank you. Helen says, does she not understand that married men never should have been in her house, let alone her bedroom? What the hell is wrong with her? No boundaries, none whatsoever. Anastasia Nelson said, bent over at the damn gas station. Damn. Shay said, my cousin definitely want to know. She's so nosy.
In the audience or whatever to this circus of a show that just came out of nowhere and spun out of control to this whole situation. And it's just crazy.
Oh,
It's just
okay. Well,
it's crazy. It's laughable. But like I say, like the one fool said, he doesn't say he said he didn't do this. He says he's innocent. Because one girl counted and said he called Shirley 50 times and he called the mistress 96 times, and that was just from last year.
Uh-huh. People count it. Yes. Be- This is what you do when you're a content creator. You do things like this, Sonya, but you wouldn't know because every time you get a channel, you just start deleting videos, so you wouldn't know. Like like when you did the video to Madison, you can't do a video at somebody and then delete it when you're done because someone else was looking at it. Girl, you don't know how this works. Rossi said she's listening all the time. She's still listening. I know she is.
I said they're actually counting.
Boy.
Well, nothing is true at the same because remember they're adding and subtracting things and making things sound more interesting, and some people are making things sound less interesting. Everybody's blog has a different version of what the last person. So you're not going to get the same exact story
Oh, okay.
that the last person said, and people aren't
Because
even
we're
catching on to
different
that. That okay, she's
people.
saying this, but this person's saying that. Like who's telling the truth? But they don't know the truth because unless they talk to somebody personally, they don't know the truth. You can get what you want to get from the phone conversations. I get that. But we talk on the phone very vaguely because we already know it's 2 ears on the phone, 3 ears on the phone. You know, yours, mine, and the prosecutors.
Yeah.
Now it's prosecutors in the audience, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? My thing is that's fine. The best thing I say for your case is to have, and it is sad at the same time, but because Roswell is playing so dirty, the more attention that your case has, the better. The better. They have. I mean, yeah. I mean, this on this personal end, it's fucked up because it's devastating to Shirley. Like that's like for
Girl,
her.
stop.
I feel like it's devastating all around for her.
All the way around.
All the way around. Like it's so bad. You know what I'm saying? So bad for her. And yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad. You know, for her. And just to be, you know, and you know, so.
Yeah, it's so bad that your wife has heard on the telephone that I slept with you. It's so bad that your wife has found out you've had relationships with these other women. Now, just a little bit ago, I think in the first call, he says that she knows all that. He didn't already apologize. Either we already heard that or we getting ready to hear it. I can't remember now that I think about it. But the bottom line is what does she I know, remember the call where he told, I think he was talking to Dre and said, she knew who she was marrying. But on one of these calls, if he hasn't said it yet, he gonna say it. Shirley's aware of the things he did, and he's already apologized for it. Chocolate Drop says Sonya needs to get over YouTube and get a feeding tube. Oh my!
It's a fucked up situation, and then you're there, so you're not even out to try to be a shoulder. You know what she going through, Right? You can try to. Well, she's not talking to you now, but you can't even verbally console her. And who does she have? You would know. You know she got people. I don't know. Don't mention it, but hopefully she's got a support system that will really care for her. You know, that will help her through all of this drama and all of this bullshit that people are.
Sure, they're gonna help her. They're gonna say, Shirley, you need to divorce that nigga. That's what they doing.
Getting paid for and not caring and not trying to be sensitive to her. And it's kind of doing her like Wendy Williams. It's exactly the same thing because she gives it. It's the same thing because she gives relationship advice, and here it is her relationship, and they're letting her have it because you give all that information. You need to check yourself, or you need to read your own letters, and they're saying stuff like that to her, like because Wendy gives advice, and when Wendy's house crumbled, and Kevin, she knew what Kevin was doing, but when it came to light with the public, they was coming hard on Wendy.
I'm sorry. Wendy Williams gave relationship advice. I didn't watch her all the time, but my mom did. I just don't remember that. It's too complicated. Says Shay and hubby counted the phone calls. Okay, yes. So, like I said, people kept track because we found it very interesting. We heard more calls from you than we did from the wife. Justin's mom said her support system went to court with her. Oh, yes, yes, yes. They did. They were sitting right there. Shirley testified finally says they helped her and she has moved on. Dion Salt Bay said she said it's fine that we're listening, but then she is telling Hippie Hoover to fight our access to the calls because she didn't like where it was going. That's what the problem is. Things got got too hot in the kitchen for her. It's too complicated, said her tongue always stumbles every time she lies. Shaby said the gloating is unnerving. And Bible Lady says Sonya makes the right side of my brain hurt.
You talk so much and that's about other people, and then look at you and look what you're going through. And it's the same thing they're doing to her. The same thing. You gave all this advice and and look what look how you living. So I think that more than anything is why she's getting it like she's getting it. If she was just an actress, like Neil Arnold or something like that, how they were going through their little thing, it might have been a little bit lighter. But because she gives relationship advice and Steve gives relationship advice, it's more of a it's a little bit more harsher.
I'm sorry, ain't nobody answer my question. Wendy, oh, okay, Dion Salt Bay, here we go. She had an Ask Wendy segment. But wasn't that like about anything? Was it specifically for relationships? I do remember that now that you say something, but okay. Okay.
On them, the comments. So
Okay.
that's what's, making people act more so the way they're acting is the fact that she gives out advice. And they're like, look at your how to, mess of a life, which it's a mess right now. Everything's a mess. But,
Oh, that put the icing on the cake right there for real.
yeah, well, I'm sure it's going to be more coming because, apparently it's a train that don't stop. So,
Yup.
Yeah.
it's a train
Yeah.
that don't stop. But apparently every time you get on the phone, you got to say, I'm innocent. I didn't do this. And so what did you do today? Because apparently he's not saying he said it. You just don't have he's not going to play all the phone conversations. It's just
That
not.
man. We know he
They're
said
only
it.
going to play what I
I don't know
know.
about the people. No people ain't doing
You
shit.
can't.
They
You
ain't
can't.
nobody
You
out there
can't.
gonna say, hey man, I know this is what you got going on, man. Let me help you. Ain't nothing going on.
Mm-mm.
Ain't shit going on. It ain't gonna be nothing going on. So
No, it's just gonna be what this world is. Just, people that like to gossip and people that like to comment on it, and they look at everything like it's a ratchet TV show.
yeah, I know it. That's fine.
That's all.
Yeah.
They look at everything like that, and that's what it is. Instead of this is somebody's life, oh, he's this. Oh,
That's
it's
fine.
crazy.
That's kind of. I know it. I'm supposed to be. I want to be the piece of shit of the world of black men. I get it. That's fine.
You're the villain of the story. That's all it is. Everybody, there's a villain, there's a victim.
No,
You're the villain, and she's the victim.
yeah.
So and I'm just the one that stirs the pot.
Yup.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's a whole made for TV movie situation. That's all it is.
That's fine. All that shit cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta fight for my innocence. That's the only thing. So I got a court date yet? Day the 8th. So going to that month right now. Fuck them people. Yeah, let them keep on doing what they gotta do.
Let them keep digging for dirt.
They may get you
Digging for dirt and misreporting shit because you guys saw it off shotgun. You guys sentenced 2 years for that. I'm like, these people are crazy. The things that they say.
Well, I ain't say it on
So
wrong.
I wish she would get over that. My God. What was Chronicle Speak said that, and then she corrected it. Get over it. By this time, it was already corrected, and she's still talking about it. This. Mm, mm, mm.
I ain't with nobody. Hold up. I ain't saying I'm running with nobody.
Right.
I ain't saying no crazy shit going on.
And nobody said nothing about running to Florida or running to fucking Dubai.
I ain't said
That was the
nothing.
prosecutor telling a lie. That's what I said was.
That's
He didn't want to get out and back.
That's fine. Truth gonna come out because I'm definitely gonna say what I got to say. So you don't want
Exactly.
just keep riding. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got my face together, so that's all I need.
All right, get your fest
Exactly.
together.
That's all you can do. Because, the people are going to
No
court.
privacy. It's amazing how there's no privacy at all, nowhere. That shit,
No, this is, you're in jail. It's no,
that
everything's
shit
public.
is
Ooh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm at to hit the. Anyway, he said he don't got no privacy. Nigga, every time you pick up the phone, there's a sign above it that says you are speaking on a recorded line. So you know folks is listening. You know, at least you know that the prosecutor can hear these calls. You know, the defense attorney can hear these calls. Global Tel Link lady hears these calls. You hear all of this stuff right when you make your phone call. So stop acting like this is new. Michi 3 said there goes there go them facts. Them it's FAX. Now, get it right. It's FAX. Let's see. Aunt Nettie said you just the back of the RV hoe. Ooh. KK Scorpio said you definitely tell Sonya you was coming down to Florida. You definitely told Sonya you was coming down to Florida when you got out on bail because Shirley would be out of town. He said that, and there was an Abu. It was I've heard it Abu Dhabi, but I've not heard Dubai. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means I haven't heard it. It's too complicated, says Sonya. You and Nasty always talk and try to use Shirley. Yeah, don't call her. You don't call her with any kind of anything about his case. The only time you call her is when you want the money. That's what she said. That's what she said. But we supposed to be stupid, not react to that. Okay.
crazy to me.
Everything's public knowledge, but they need to research the whole situation and not just half-ass it.
We
And get the
do. We
correct
do have
situation and realize how old you are and stop trying to put you in that 28-year-old's case, because that guy's 28 years old, the one that they keep
Oh
saying is
my
your case.
Nobody
I'm like,
keeps
that's
saying
silly.
it.
That's fine.
You have 1 minute
Whew.
remaining.
Fuck. They ain't
Fuck
got
'em.
nothing for me. None of that.
Fuck 'em, man. Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em, man. Fuck 'em.
That's it. They won't even know if I pull up on. They won't even know who the fuck I was.
Well, they would,
I
because your face
would.
is all over the place.
What?
Your face is all over the place. Yeah,
Uh,
with these videos come visuals. They got videos. They got video of you and all little snippets of your Instagram page on it, everything.
That's
Your
cool.
face is
Yeah.
yeah.
They made money off of me. So
You still right there.
that shit
You're
come back
gonna
around.
end up having to call me back, because it's gonna go off.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna get all that money back. I'm not worried about that shit. My freedom it was cool.
Yeah, lawsuits or everything.
Yeah, I don't really care enough about that shit.
No, it's all up.
Huh?
Okay, so she did a oh shit, what the fuck is this? Committed order. Committed order was filed today.
Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
In this next call, you will hear that Ernesto finds out there's more on the jail calls than he previously thought. Take a listen.
Good afternoon. You woke?
No.
I'm in the kitchen doing kids' hair. I didn't wrap it. Shut up. I didn't wrap it yet. Yeah. You on my kid's head. How are you?
Your kid? Which one? The big one or the little
one? I'm the eldest one.
Oh, okay.
The big baby.
Okay.
The eldest, firstborn. How you doing? How you feeling?
You know, they always say middle child syndrome. Y'all have heard that before. And I definitely had a sister who had that. Oh my God. But is there such thing as a first child syndrome? You know, sometimes if you're in a large family and you're the first child, you're usually responsible for the younger ones. I wonder, has anybody ever heard of a first child syndrome? Or some type of mental illness that first children have, because I think this is what her problem is. um so let's talk about it. All said, Dubai was bought up by Shirley. Okay. Shirley testified, finally said they both were going to take Shirley for her money, but God fixed it. Always curious. How are you doing? Says Sonya said made for TV movie. How about World's Dumbest Criminals? Now that's the show his case would be on, because he's dumb sitting up there recruiting. Now it is true. He didn't go looking for Sonya. Sonya come looking for him. But once she found him, he recruited her to handle his legal issues. And his case been going down the toilet ever since.
You didn't tell me that the conversation that I said your fucking titties is pretty. You didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me the
I
conversation
told you it
that
was
pussy
right.
was good. You didn't tell me that shit.
Oh yeah, I told you that.
Man, you ain't hold up, man. You gotta tell me. You gotta tell me what the fuck I'm against. You gotta tell me everything.
Listen, that I said it was two conversations we had that was kind of explicit,
Man, that
and I
shit
didn't want to go
way
all into
out there. That
detail.
shit way out there. That shit way.
Right, that's why I was like,
Listen,
can't even try to
man.
downplay that one.
Listen, man. Hey, all I'm gonna say is that's what I'm gonna say to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but here's the thing, Nesto. You actually said it. Yeah, it's out there. You said it. We heard it. Why are you saying, oh, you didn't tell me? I mean, you're acting like, see, because you acted like it wasn't a big deal when you were talking to Dre or Dion or whoever told you. I think it was Dre. You were acting like it wasn't a, see, because he's still trying to keep Shirley on a hook at this time. So, and he still thinks he could possibly get her back. So he is concerned about this. Shaby says Sonya's not the oldest. Audrey is the oldest. Well, why did she just say now? If it's a lie, she told it. She told it. Um, she just said it. What's up, D Dub? How you doing? Aunt Nettie said, I hope they didn't trust this hoe with their children. Well, look, you see, she's got baby measure, so. mm. And I know baby measure's mother may not know what type of mother she was, but I know Sydney do. So questionable. Hey, a lady. Um, Dion Salt Bay said she said, "Yeah, I can't even downplay that one. Can't be downplayed. Nope."
The way my life going right now, the way my life, this is why I act the way I act. This is why I don't get loose with no fucking body. This is why.
Well, you got
So
loose with her.
now, what's done is done. Uh,
Uh.
what's done is done.
Uh-huh.
Ain't shit I can do about it.
Uh-uh.
My rights and my privacy has definitely been violated.
No head.
All the way around.
Uh-uh.
All the way around. Yours, everybody else. Everybody else. I just gotta stay strong. I can't let this shit discourage me, cause that's what it's trying to do. That's it. That's it. So it is what it is.
What's up, PW? Didn't this all his commentary that he just gave, didn't it sound, it was given defense mode. That's what it was given for me. Delicate Dell said I was talking about her daughter, who is her firstborn. Yeah, her Sydney is Sonia's firstborn. But I thought Sonya said on this call she was the oldest. But if she don't talk to Audrey, she probably discounts her as being the oldest too. Bible lady said his rights and his what? Let's go back. Let's go back.
The eldest, firstborn. How you doing? How you feeling?
You didn't tell me that the conversation that I said your fucking titties is pretty. You didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me the
I
conversation
told you it was
that pussy
right.
was good.
Wait. Before we finish that, so he's saying you didn't tell me this was on here. Now you are aware that your calls are being played. Why are you having this conversation with her on the phone? You could have waited till she did a visit, even though we got those too. But I'm just saying, why is he act like it didn't happen? I mean, my gosh, do something. But he brings it up.
You didn't tell me that shit.
Oh yeah, I told
Oh, a lady. Audrey is the one that put her in. Yeah, so she probably don't even count Audrey. So she probably, when she says I'm the oldest, that's because she's discounting Audrey. That's what that is. Okay.
You ain't hold up, man. You gotta tell me. You gotta tell me what the fuck I'm against. You gotta tell me everything.
Listen, that I said it was two conversations we had that was kind of explicit,
Man, that
and I
shit
didn't want to go
way
all into
out there.
detail.
That shit way out there. That shit way.
Right, that's why I was like, can't even try to downplay that one.
Listen, man. All I'm gonna say is that's what I'm gonna say to you.
Mm-hmm.
The way my life going right now, the way my life, this is why I act the way I act. This is why I don't get loose with no fucking body. This is why. So now, what's done is done. What's done is done. Ain't shit I can do about it. My rights and my privacy has definitely been violated.
Okay, Bible lady. He says his rights and his privacy has definitely been violated. His rights and his privacy. You are state property, sir. You have no privacy. And as far as rights, the only rights you are entitled to is your civil rights, the rights you have as an inmate. Those are the only rights that you're entitled to. Other than that, you belong to the public. And we want to know where you are and what you are doing at all times. Hey, Jackie, that girl says she really thinks she's doing something. Now she's paying them coins. Okay.
All the way around. All
Mhm.
the way around. Yours, everybody else. Everybody else. I just gotta stay strong. I can't let this shit discourage me.
Stay
That's what they're
strong.
trying to do.
Uh huh.
That's it. That's it. So
How are we trying to discourage him? He can't hear the calls. So how are we discouraging him? Man, you don't even know what's being said on these calls.
it is what it is. So
Yep, it is what it
hello.
is.
I'm not here. I
I
said
can't
that's
hear
for
nothing
sure.
you're saying.
I'm just listening. I didn't say anything. I just said that's for sure.
Yeah, I didn't hear. That's why.
You can't make it 2 seconds. I'm taking the phone show. Oh, my stomach.
I need to call you another time. I need to call you another time.
You can call me back in like 15 minutes and I'll be completely done. If you want to fuss at me.
I'm not fussing at you. I don't want you to sound like a fuss. I'm just what I'm finna say is that yeah, that's all my rights, my shit. If it was any other jail, that shit would have never happened.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
do.
Right.
What it is, listen, man, this is. I haven't been convicted of anything.
Don't matter.
I have not been
Man, the
convicted.
one guy said it on the Al, Star Jones' husband. He's on there with Claudia Jordan. They did a thing I saw yesterday for yesterday, and he was like, he's been convicted of child. I'm sitting there like, he ain't been convicted of shit. What the fuck is you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like but they're not. The thing of it is, the biggest worry is just getting the cases cleared and dismissed or not guilty. That's the biggest thing. Everything else is a problem, but it's a secondary problem.
But no, it's not. Listen, let me explain something to you. People are human. People do a lot of things. Okay, I'm not worried about that. What do you call it? Infidelity. That's what you're saying. When you think about it,
Mhm.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. I already asked her to forgive me, all that stuff before
Y'all
anything.
hear that? He says he's not worried about infidelity because he's already asked Shirley to forgive him. Y'all hear that? So let's do that again. Let's go back over that. Black but not bitter said it's now 2 years later, and knowing his calls can be heard, he's not kept him. It has not kept him from calling or texting or having video calls. Shirley testified finally says, whatever, you have no rights in jail. None whatsoever. Aaliyah TV says she watched everything. Everything. That's how she's able to tell him all of this stuff. So yeah, let's go. Michi 3, you heard it. This Shabi said Nesto is not a genius. He just discovered people are humans. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Humans. We're human, y'all.
That's it. That's it. So it is what it is. So hello.
I'm not here. I
I
said
can't
that's
hear
for sure.
nothing you're saying.
I'm just listening. I didn't say anything. I just said that's for sure.
Yeah, I didn't hear. That's why.
You can't make it 2 seconds. I'm taking the phone show. Oh, my stomach.
I need to call you another time. I need to call you another time.
You can call me back in like 15 minutes and I'll be completely done. If you want to fuss at me.
I'm not fussing at you. I don't want you to sound like a fuss. I'm just what I'm finna say is that yeah, that's all my rights, my shit. If it was any other jail, that shit would have never happened.
All right. Right.
What it is, listen, man, this is. I haven't been convicted of anything. I have not been
Man, the
convicted.
one guy said it on the Al, Star Jones' husband. He's on there with Claudia Jordan. They did a thing I saw yesterday, and he was like, he's been convicted of child. I'm sitting there like, he ain't been convicted of shit. What the fuck is you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like but they're not. The thing of it is, the biggest worry is just getting the cases cleared and dismissed or not guilty. That's
The biggest thing is getting these cases cleared and dismissed or not guilty. Just anything to get you out of jail with me. PW says something very interesting. She says Shirley did not forgive 6 and more episodes of infidelity, and you locked up, fool. And check this out. She divorced him. So, how'd that work out for you, Nestos? How'd it work out for you? KK Scorpio says when he asked Shirley to forgive him, I don't think he was talking about Sonya. I think he was talking about those charges and being in jail. He is full of shit. And you're right about that because, she had that whole conversation about she thought that his criminal life was behind him, and more charges just kept piling on, clear up to this 41 count rico he has. Hey, Eve has many faces, how are you doing? Bible lady says I haven't been convicted of anything, not that I'm innocent of all charges. Remember, Sonya says he can't sit up and say every phone call, I'm innocent. He said it once and that's enough. That's what she said. It's too complicated, said she's deflecting because he caught her in a lie. And Shay B said, right, Sonya. How'd that work out? Hey, Sonya's boots, how are you? Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. I am. Thank you so much.
Biggest thing. Everything else is a problem, but it's a secondary problem.
But no, it's not. Listen, let me explain something to you. People are human. People do a lot of things. Okay, I'm not worried about it. What do you call it? Infidelity.
That's funny. People are human. Did y'all, how old were you when you found out people were human?
Is that what you're saying? When you
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. I already asked her to forgive me and all that stuff before this even jumped off or even got this for that was last year. So
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying is, I told you when July get here, that shit was over with. Okay, I already had a good all that was coming anyway. I told you that. I'm supposed to already made their mind what they're gonna do for and the scene jumped off. Did I? Did I not?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So they made their mind up what they was gonna do anyway. They already said I don't want to do this now. They did all that. So I'm not mad at none of that. So guess what? That's what God told them to do. That's fine too. But what I ain't gonna do is get out here and be a fool. That I'm not gonna do. Okay.
Wait, Shirley testifies. Finally, said rewind. He didn't say infidelity. He said infidelity. You ain't never been to infidelity before, huh? Come on, Shirley testifies. Finally, I know you've been to infidelity before. It's a place. They have good sandwiches. Ask Jesse Smollett. That's what Nesto's doing. He's sitting on that bottom bunk with his head in his hands, saying, "Oh no, what have I done? What have I done? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? My life is over. It's destroyed." Meanwhile, this is what Sonya's doing. That's what she's doing. Okay. Whew, a lady said, "What the hell was that video?" That was Nesto sitting there and on his bottom bunk because the guy on the top bunk is just having a fit, jumping up and down. Hey, Reef and Muff's mom, how you doing?
And I see the shit going my way. I just got to play my hand the way it needs to be played.
Play your hand.
That is it.
You got
That is it.
no.
I don't have to
You need
get
to
to an
hold 'em.
attorney.
Yes, you do.
Oh, wait. See, I was singing. Know when to fold 'em, know when to walk. So listen now. I just, she whispered that. Why she whispered that? I just got to get you a new attorney. Let's listen to that again.
When you
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. I already asked her to forgive me and all that stuff before this even jumped off or even got this for that was last year. So
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying is, I told you when July get here, that shit was over with. Okay, I already had a good all that was coming anyway. I told you that. I'm supposed to already made their mind up what they're gonna do for and the scene jumped off. Did I? Did I not?
Mm-hmm.
So they made their mind up what they was gonna do. Anyway, they already said I don't want to do this. No, they did all that. So I'm not having none of that. So guess what? That's what God told them to do. That's fine too. But what I ain't gonna do is get out here and be a fool. That I'm not gonna do.
Okay.
Okay. And I see the shit going my way. I just got to play my hand the way it needs to be played.
Play it.
That is it. That is it.
I have to get you an attorney.
Yes, you do.
I have to get you an attorney. I was talking to PK last night about all of this.
I'm gonna have to get you an attorney. We're in 2025, Sonya. Where's that attorney you was getting for him? Because I don't see him. I don't see him. His defense is being paid for by the taxpayers of the state of Georgia. And I must say, he's not getting a good one, but he's got a defense. He's got an attorney. It's too complicated. Said he didn't ask Shirley to forgive him, but he apologized. Shay B says, guess what? Shirley ran a Boston on that ass. Nigga, get up from the table. Hey, Tanya B here. Aaliyah TV said, with what money? Exactly. Where is he? We in 2025, Sonya. Where this lawyer you're gonna get him? And all these friends you've talked to.
And he was just like, you gotta get him an attorney. Gotta get him an attorney.
Yeah, because to be honest with you, whoever, I don't care if it's a stranger, I'm just talking, and I'm keeping it real. If a real person sees what's going
If a real person see. There's Natasha Razor. Look at Natasha Razor Glam. She come talking about, we heard wrong. Sonya didn't say she was going to get him an attorney. She said she was going to scare away his attorneys. And she has done just that. A mighty good job, too. KK Scorpio said, no, you're not going to get out here and be full. You young going to stay in there and be a fool. You going to stay in there and be a fool. Them folks said, define real person, Nesto. Michi 3 said, because Krell didn't work out. Did a little dusty dude. Strawberry said, Bobby itch. Bible lady says, if a real person a real person versus AI, okay. Aaliyah TV said, did she really think Nesto had money at this point? I think she did. I think that she, and she might still think he has money because she's not too smart. But I do think, yeah, based on his Instagram and stuff like that, she thought that he had money. Hey, South Florida lady, how are you doing? That girl says, Nesto, where is your attorney? Sidehand said she was going to get you an attorney. Nesto needs to take one leg off and kick his own ass. She played your partner. Listen, the thing about Sonya and the getting of the attorneys, and she's talked to all these attorneys, and they all say he's innocent or something ain't right with that case. But she's probably only feeding them the information that would get that type of response. She's not really going in, I don't think, to these attorneys, if she's even talking to them. Okay, if she's even talking to them. Michi 3 says, so I wonder if Earl Lamont is testifying against old Nasty, because we haven't heard anything, any peep from him or Dre. Honestly, I still, my money is on him as the unindicted person. My money is still on him. I know everybody's kind of got different, people who they think it is, but my money is still on Earl Lamont. Let's see here. Somebody said, oh, Michi 3 said it's civil. No, Heffa, it's criminal. And the funny thing is all she has to do is Google, and Google will tell her what the statutes are. Not to be confused with a statue, but what the statutes are for these type of crimes. But we're the dummies, right? We're the dummies.
on right here, this is a hell of an investment for them. This shit amazing. You didn't tell me that they got documentaries and shit.
Man, I listened to so much stuff. I just grouped it as some explicit conversation, which was only in the very beginning we started talking. Other than that, we don't talk like that on the phone. So that was the one or two conversations that we ever. Of course, they're listening to all the calls, and they're only going to post the ones that are the juiciest.
No,
That's
I
going to
got
get,
that part.
it's going to be
No,
attention. So,
that's
right.
not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, these folks got out there saying they finna make a movie, full-blown documentaries and all that. These folks finna make millions off of me. And I'm sitting in
They
jail.
can't do that. Who said they were doing that?
They said last night. Brother said, man, back there on the internet, it said that they're making documentaries already on you right now. That's the thing.
Oh, so they can't buy the rights to do something on you. They can't just. I mean, they can do a documentary because he's doing R. Kelly, of course. I guess he's trying to write it like that. But you got to.
Yeah, see, you don't have to buy the rights if the documentary is based on what's out there from the courts and everything. You don't need. And furthermore, Nesto, who is doing that? Your case hasn't even been adjudicated. Why would somebody right now, in this moment in time, in 2023 of September, do a documentary on you and a movie? And even if they did, it's probably only to be worthy. Who's really going to tune into this? I mean, I don't see it getting Lifetime movie network, even though them Lifetime movies just ain't what they used to be. I know I used to could sit up all day and watch Lifetime movies, but now they're trash. So I'm thinking Tubi, maybe Pluto, but I don't see any movie that's made about him going anywhere, because like, who is he now? If they do the advertisement and they start advertising a lot of Shirley Strawberry and Steve Harvey and Nephew Tom, maybe some people might know who those folks are and tune in, especially Steve Harvey. But for the most part, I'm thinking Tubi. Okay, if this were done. Uh, Now, I know a lot of you all were agreeing with me about Lamont being the unindicted co-conspirator, and a lady, where is a lady's comment? Whew. A lady says, I'm torn between Dominique and Lamont as who will testify, but it could be both. Absolutely, it could be. Casino, Casino says, lady said Lamont in Dubai. um, so but my money is still on it's on Lamont though for me. Cause he just got ghost all of a sudden. He was ghosted by his best friend. Reef and Muff's mom says, I think Dominique, because several victims have mentioned her presence to contact for or to contact her for something. Yeah. Now I tell you who else I think it could be. Where's Miss Jones at? I mean, like, she knew a lot of stuff. Where's she at? Like, you don't hear, she doesn't seem to be in the equation, but when you listen to I Am Hazel, and I think maybe Nova Savannah, you heard Miss Jones mentioned a lot. So where's she at? Natasha Razor Glam says the movie would be about Shirley and it would be about 10 minutes of Morgan, not 10 minutes of Morgan Freeman playing Nesto. Come on, Natasha Razor Glam. Michi 3 used to love to watch. I used to love to watch Lifetime too, but now them movies are just horrible. The plots, everything, so predictable. That Jules says, who the heck would pay to watch these dum dums? Hallelujah said his documentary will be a cartoon, not a cartoon. Come on now, a cartoon. Reef and Muff's mom said $2 Tuesday at the Dollar Theater. Bobby Lady says more like Sesame Street, teaching the kid how not to talk. Shay B said, everybody with an iPhone, raise your hands. We can film this movie real quick. Yeah, because oh my gosh. Native had me watch this movie on Tubi that he said was filmed on an iPhone. I thought he was lying because you know how Native is. He wasn't lying. He was not lying. Salt and Pepper Tressa said Lamont don't know the difference between YouTube content creator commentary and documentary. Hey, TD Will. Uh, Annette said Lamont somewhere eating pork chops. And Kimmy Who said, where will they find a skinny crackhead to play Sonya? Oh, well, remember? when Nesto said Jada Pinkett Smith is a dead ringer for Sonya. Whew, and let's see here. KK Scorpio said, I definitely think Dominique will be testifying. I can't wait to find out. We should start doing a countdown, y'all. That's what we should start doing.
It ain't gonna fly unless you found guilty. Because if you go to court for all of this and found not guilty
They
and
already
drop it,
got it.
then there's no juice to it. That's the thing. It's not juicy unless you get a conviction.
They already done dropped it. That's what I'm telling you.
They dropped it
Where?
already.
Yes.
So who called this? What kind of doc? They can't. There's no such thing. They can't because who they talking to?
Call Youngin. He can tell you they
Mm-hmm.
already dropped it.
She talking about, yes, they can. Who are they talking to? Heifer, just because they didn't talk to you. But there's no documentary, so stop it. Praying always, love and peace. How are you doing? Thank you for dropping down in the chat. You said you're going to slide back to the beginning. Child, we had a whole bunch of technical difficulties, but we here and we made it. Bible Lady said the movie would be a commercial. This is your brain on substances. Michi3 said he not writing no book, nor is anyone going to take him up on a move. Listen now, Michi3, where have you been? You don't remember this 350 page, was it a script or a book that he wrote? Y'all remember that call? I gotta find that call. He wrote 350 pages, okay?
I'll ask him to send it to me.
They already dropped all this shit. Yeah.
Really?
Yes. And guess what? I just got through talking to the other bestie, and I stayed on the phone with him an hour. He done call your name out and everything.
I already know my name all over the freaking place. They got my name under the headlines for Nesto and Sonya. Yeah, it's all over the damn YouTube. Sonya.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All over it.
Sure is.
So what I'm saying is, the niggas, he say straight up, bro, you got more going on than Trump got going on right now.
So it's saying in the black community.
I said, what? He said, I'm telling you. But he said, everything you tell me about the daughter, you was right. And even Shirley vouched for that on the telephone call. I said, I ain't got to be lying about this shit. I've been dealing with this shit for a long time.
No, she didn't.
A long time. He's like, damn, boy, yeah. So, right now, I'm putting this paper out, this paperwork out, and I got to go through all this shit before I see goddamn Pinocchio. And I got to get ready for next week. I got to get my brain to go. So, no, I'm not calling you, fussing at you. No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm just talking about, you never talk, you never say this. This is why I don't like to incriminate myself.
No,
that's fine. That shit's over. Ain't talking about, man, why'd you say that? Say, bro, let me tell you something. If I said it, I said it. If I said they got pretty titties, they got pretty motherfucking titties. Who gives a fuck? They let you know I ain't no gay.
right. It is what it is.
Yeah, he said, and he told me 2 months ago, the one other person I know, he like women. You damn right. Love them to death.
Yeah, that's all good. I'm straight.
Yeah, so I don't give a fuck. And you're like, you don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about what people say about me. They've been talking about me a long time ago, so they're gonna keep talking about me. It ain't no dead end. People always gonna criticize you. It don't even matter what it is. You can do good or you can do bad. It don't matter. They don't
always judge. They don't always judge. They want people want something to talk about.
Yeah, and they broke down. Oh man, Shirley got everybody on her side. All the women just saying they mad.
No, not really. Like I say, some of them call them her. Some of them for and some of them call her dumb. So it's like I said, they still making her the victim.
Yeah, that's fine. I told him, man, I told him, and I told him, broke it down. Say, hey man, if it weren't for them folk, man, I wouldn't have no help, man. I wouldn't have no motherfucking help. I said, you're right. You're right. You say, man, they don't care nothing about that child shit now. The headlines is on the TV right now.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
So Tatiana's husband just got caught cheating on her for the second time.
Who?
Tatiana, the singer, she was singer. And she's married to Elon Shumpert, the basketball player. They had a reality show and everything. So he just got caught.
Did this ever say Tatiana? Did she? PW said, you ate those words later, Nesto. D-Dub said the picture with your bestie in the desert says otherwise. That girl said, he missed a tough now. He knows Shirley is done. Let me go back, because I think she said Tatiana.
Like I said, some of them call them her, some of them for and some of them call her dumb.
Wait a minute. Let me. Okay, now I got okay. Closed caption on.
So it's like I said, they still making her the victim, you know, of
Yeah, that's
all
fine.
this crime.
I told him, man,
Yeah, this is fine.
I told him, and I told him, broke it down. I say, hey man, if it weren't for them four, man, I wouldn't have no help, man. I wouldn't have no motherfucking help. I said, you're right. You're
Uh-huh.
right. He said, man, they don't care about that child shit. Now the headlines is on TV right now.
Yeah, it is. And then so Tatiana husband just got caught cheating on her for the second time.
Who?
Tatiana, the
Who is that?
Yeah, she said Tatiana. She said Tatiana. Justin's mom says she said it wrong. Yeah, it's Tatiana. Lord have mercy. She can, she's repeating the story and she can't get her facts together, her FAX together. Ain't that something?
She was singer, and she's married to Elon Shumpert, the basketball player. They had a reality show and everything, so he just got caught cheating on her. And I'm like, okay, good. Here go another headline. Maybe this will take away, from the other.
I like Tiana Taylor, but that Iman Shumpert, I could care less about. Um, it is, in my opinion, that he was an average basketball player. I'm not impressed with him, and I didn't care anything about the story. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they have threesomes and stuff. So, is it really considered infidelity if you decide to go? Well, I guess it is, but anyway, that didn't interest me. Bible Lady says she's always loud and wrong. And KK Scorpio said, who thinks that it's proud to say people talk about me all my life? I can say that. You know, people do say that, or they say, oh, they people have been talking about me all my whole life. I don't care. Or what I care for. They talked about Jesus Christ and look at him. And it's funny that you're comparing yourself to a prophet, but hey, it's just me.
Oh,
From the
that, damn. Wow. But I said, did you hear that thing? He said, man, you poverty man. Talking about, yeah, I heard you tell her she driving that RV. I said, nigga, how many fucking RVs I done had and buses and cut trucks and shit I done had before I even met Shirley? Come on. He said, you're right. You're damn right. You didn't say no date, time, when. I ain't said none of that shit. Come on, man. I said, did you hear that we was fucking last week? Did you hear that? No, I didn't say nothing like that. That's what I thought. Yeah. You talking about how you telling her how pretty she was and that. Wait, what the nigga, what you want me to do? What the fuck you want me to do?
It's nothing wrong with telling somebody they're pretty, they're handsome, you look good. That's And Kitty was about it was you wasn't saying anything like, oh, you wasn't saying, oh, I can't wait to fuck you. It wasn't nothing explicit. It wasn't phone sex. You know what I'm saying? It was none of that. So that's why I was like, it wasn't none of that. Yeah.
I wish the hell somebody I was married to would sit up on the phone with some other lady talking about how pretty her titties are. I wish he would. Talking about oops upside the head. Coffee is Brewing said, for someone who hates the internet, she sure do be up on everybody's business. She can tell you everything going on with all the celebrities. Why? Because she watches.
I know I want it. So, it is
Yeah.
what it is. And you don't get it, you don't try to get back with it. Man, that shit dead in the water, man. I will say this here, I will sit down face to face, and I'm going to do that anyway. I don't give a fuck who I'm with, who I ain't with. I am going to have to sit down with them because they deserve
Right.
it. They
Exactly.
some answers.
No, you're going to have a sit down with her because she said that she wants to have a sit down. She can't wait for y'all to be able to talk. That's what she said. Don't act like you came up with that.
I'm going to do it anybody else. I'm going to tell you straight up. This what happened. What's going on? So, and to me, I would want some answers right now. I need to find out. I need to contact you. I'll be trying to find me some answers right now. I want to cut them off all the way, slap off. I don't know what the fuck going on.
Right.
But
Right.
right now, like I told him, man, I don't give a fuck what them folks talking about. Them little dime getting 10 cents a click. Man, I don't give a fuck about that shit. And you got fucking 3-4 million people on that shit. That shit ain't shit. Not to me.
He worried about the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Okay, Nesto, I'm getting 10 cents a click. How much money did you make today? How much money did you make on September the 14th, 2023? What was your paycheck like, Nesto? That's what I want to know. Asking for all of the 10 cent a click people, okay?
I don't care nothing about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, your name ain't shit out here no more, man. All the women, I can't fuck all the women. If I don't have another woman in the world no more, who gives a fuck? who you?
Why would you say all of that though? That's not what you say to a person that's going through a devastating time in his
Man, I'm
life.
telling you what he said now.
That's don't even that's like you could have held that conversation forever.
I said,
Just say,
okay.
man, let's get fucked up. Yes, let's get just fucked up. Like that's
That's his bestie. That's
it's
why.
probably a given.
But you know, you gotta understand, you gotta look at how men talk and women talk. So you gotta. I look at all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
Now,
I'm just,
I understand the difference of men and women speaking and conversating, but that's still something you just don't try to just throw up in my face the whole, my life is fucked up. We know that. You know what I'm saying? It would be more so,
She
well,
said we
you
know
can
that.
always bounce back, like something like that. Don't worry, this is just now.
no,
And
he
you'll
did
bounce
say
back.
that.
You've done it before.
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
that. He said, but he in his head, this is you throw a puzzle in front of him. He said, man, this shit. I don't see how the fuck you gonna come out of none of this shit. He said, all this
You
shit you
can't,
about to.
listen. The biggest devastation was 9/11. People forgot about that. And how many people died? That was a big devastation. People forgot all about that. They don't think about that shit unless somebody died and they know. This shit fades out. That was a big.
This goes to show you her ignorance because I don't know about anybody else, but I haven't forgot about 9/11. I remember exactly where I was when it happened. And every year on 9/11, and say like the week before, documentaries and all that kind of stuff on 9/11 comes out. So no, people haven't forgotten about or lost interest in 9/11. You're just dumb and you have no empathy. That's why you've forgotten about it. But I can tell you exactly where I was and what I was doing. Michi 3 said that's why Dre doesn't fool with his ass no more. Tell the truth says they're not worried about that 10 cent a click shit, but that's their only conversation. I guess they haven't realized that yet. A lady said, that was kind of funny. A lady said she wants people to coddle him. She's that kind of woman. He needs to hear the real. Yes, and Dre gave him the real, and guess what? He don't care. He's talking mad cash shit right now, though. If you think about it, listen to him. That's what he's doing. Aunt Natty says, I will never forget 9/11. Thussie Jules said, I've lost track of who they are talking about this time, Dre. Yeah, they're talking about his conversation with Dre and how he should have been keeping his spirits up instead of talking about, I don't know how you gonna come out of this, man. Peppermint Patty said, I was in Manhattan. KK Scorpio said, me too. I know exactly where I was and what I was doing. Michi 3 said, I do too, Legacy. I was trying to leave downtown Dallas and get to my children. TD Will says, I haven't forgotten about 9/11. I had friends working in the towers. My friend's mother was unalive. Oh, that's unfortunate. Tell the Truth said, my husband and I were thinking and talking about that on 9/11 because we were together when it happened. It was devastating and I will never forget it. Right. So here you guys are. Y'all know a lady says she knows exactly where she was. People know. People know where they are and they have that's something I will never forget. I will never forget where I was and I still didn't understand what was going on until later that afternoon when my mother came to see me in the hospital and she was kind of telling me I still was not putting all the pieces because the nurse came in my room. She says, you I wake up and I see this plane going in the building and the nurse comes in the room and she turns my TV off. She says, you don't need to be watching this. And I'm like, high on morphine. Watching what? I didn't understand until my mom, she comes that afternoon. I'm like, well, what are you doing here? Why you ain't at work? And she started telling me what was happening. So I know exactly where I was. And I remember the nurses, everybody leaving the hospital because they wanted to get home to their families. They thought the world was ending. And I'm like, well, if they leave, who's going to take care of me? I can't even walk. The world's coming to an end and I can't run. So, yeah, we know. People know. Um, Natasha Razor Glam said, I joined the military because of 9/11. My Tony says 9/11. I was at work. We watched it on the rooftop of the hospital where I worked. I left my job and went to get my daughter from school. I was nowhere near, but we saw it. It freaked us. Yeah, because you don't. At that point, I guess everybody's watching it on the news. You're so confused. And then we that happens in the World Trade, then you find out another plane was hijacked and down at the Pentagon. So it's like, yeah, people know where they were. Salt and Pepper Trusses remembers where she was. Bible Lady, KK Scorpio, Sage. People remember where they were, Sonya. I don't know why you don't remember anything about it, but we remember.
Situation. Only time they think about it is this time, and that's only some people. Not all people, some people.
Okay, when you get time, could you call, what's her name again, and ask her, did they file
Pamela,
on here for that case?
I can see what she files. That's the thing. I can see everything that's being filed.
No, I
That's
know.
why.
When she,
Jan,
yeah,
all
when
right.
she gonna file for that case?
I'm gonna get Pamela's email so I could just shoot emails to her, and instead of always calling, because sometimes they don't be on the phone. Emails is a lot better.
Yeah. So.
You can shit on the hood.
Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm straight. Yeah, man. It's just certain things I just need to hear. Certain things I'm gonna filter that shit out, and this is it.
You ain't
Like, man, I got
filtering
phone calls
nothing,
so
man. You
far,
don't know
so
how.
back, so far.
All the phone calls, and the girl said, she said they normally delete them after 30 days. She said, but apparently they didn't delete none of their phone calls. These are all from last year.
They don't. These calls can be used and brought up at any time. His case hasn't even gone to court. I thought you knew the law and you worked for attorneys and things. You should know this. A lady says crack will mess with your memory. Natasha Razor Glam says Sonya was on her knees with an eggplant in her mouth. That's why she doesn't remember. It was business as usual for her, right? Business as usual. Monique Love said she was probably somewhere drunk and high. Yeah, see, I'm looking at this chat. People know where they were for 9/11. They know. And it's just ignorant people like Sonya who thinks that that's just a day in history that people are going to that they're going to or have already forgotten. And from what I see in this chat, Sonya, ain't nobody forgot about nothing.
Yeah.
But that's because, one, they're looking for evidence or any type of slip up of a conversation. So they're holding on to them for that purpose because, they fishing. So they're hoping something will come out of his mouth illegal. We gotta get something on him, so that's why.
That's
But
fine. All that's fine. I'm just
That's
trying to
fine.
get the
That's
fuck out of
fine.
here.
thank you, you never do anything, so that's just what it is.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I'm more so worried about not the whole mistress affair thing. More so is getting these charges cleared. That's the
That's
biggest
all I care
issue.
about. That's all I care
All the
about.
other shit is secondary.
All I care about.
I'm not.
Tell me
Not
that,
even
Paul.
that,
All I care about.
compared to this. We
Hey,
need to get that stupid ass fake charge off you.
Oh,
all this
okay,
stuff needs to
fake.
be moved away, and it's going to be moved away.
And the other little fake ass charges as well.
What I told him was, I originally talked to my God, and I am my God. Let me free. I just go ahead and let me goddamn croak on with it.
Oh, so he was talking to God back then, and God said he was going to let him free. I I sure would have liked to have heard that, Nesto. D-Dub says she was probably on the toilet at 9/11. Oh my gosh, not on the toilet.
I'm going to be 60. So what other service you need from
60
me? If
ball.
I can't sit here and tell everybody what you done done for me. It's not.
You 60 ball. Now, Nesto, and you can tell everybody what Sonya did for you, including get you to run your mouth on these phone calls so you can yet again remain in jail. And those charges that you want dropped off, yeah, they keep dropping off, but they keep coming back like a boomerang.
Nothing to be serious for. He called it in. He called it. So in the Bible, it's got all the villains in the Bible. You can't do nothing if you got the villains. You turn the villains around to be a good person. Now, ain't everybody good as you shoot. I know you don't want to hear the Bible.
Wait, what?
But I'm just saying what it is right now.
Look, this call's what? This call's almost over. I gotta go back because what? What is he talking? God dog it. MHM said, y'all know this heifer is daft. I am 68 and remember the JFK assassination. And I know exactly where I was. Born and raised in Memphis, and I remember exactly what I was doing when MLK was unalived. See, that's what I'm talking about. I bet you she probably thinks MLK is a fictional character. Leo Lady said I was teaching and my class was at recess and the principal called everyone in and put us on lockdown. I watched the second plane on TV with the class. Anastasia Nelson said, I was feeding a patient as I watched the first plane go by. It was low. I will never forget. That's what I'm saying. Never forget. Never forget. Bible Lady said the security guard in the building that I worked in on 9/11 had a sister unalive in the Pentagon. Oh, that's terrible. Aunt Natty said, I was working second shift at the time and was asleep. My nephew called me crying, saying they're trying to blow us up. Believe me, I jumped out of bed and ran outside my. Yeah, because people, we didn't know. We saw that, and you're like, what the hell else is going to happen? So yeah, I mean, a lot of people were scared and everything.
Fuck out of here.
Thank that God you never do anything, so that's just what it is.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I'm more so worried about not the whole mistress affair thing. More so is getting these charges cleared. That's the
That's
biggest
all I
issue.
care about. That's all I
The
care
other
about.
All I
shit is
care about,
secondary.
all that,
Yeah,
all.
I'm not
Not even that, compared to this. We
Hey,
need to get that stupid ass fake charge off you.
Fake charge.
all this stuff needs to be moved away, and it's going to be moved away.
And the other little fake ass charges as well.
What I told him was, I arisen and talked to my God, and I am my God. Let me free. I just go ahead and let me goddamn coke all we got. I'm going to be 60. So what other service you need from me? If I can't sit here and tell everybody what you done done for me, there's nothing else to be service for. He called it in. He called it. So in the Bible, it's got all the villains in the Bible. You can't do now if you got the villains. You turn the villains around to be a good person. Now,
So is he saying that Jesus couldn't work his miracles if there were no villains in the Bible? I'm I'm asking for Shaby's cousin. She really wants to know. Salt and Pepper Trusted says, just like my parents remember Martin Luther King and both Kennedy unaliving, I still have his newspaper clip. Right, that's memorabilia for some people. All of the disasters and assassinations and things that have happened to people in the world, people collect memorabilia on that. She's just not bright. That's all I can say. She's not bright. So, y'all, if remember that now, if there were no villains in the Bible, what would be the point in even having a Bible? Okay, if there's no villains, y'all, wait a minute, villains. Y'all, do y'all's Bible have villains? Is it like Gotham? I'm asking this one for Shaby's cousin too. Do y'all's Bible have villains?
ain't got everybody good at you. I know you didn't want to hear the Bible, so I know you're not into that. But I'm just saying what it is right now.
What are you talking about?
What?
You can't, I don't want to hear about the barbershop.
Bible.
Oh, the Bible. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah,
You can talk about it. I don't mind.
No, it's what it is, But I just got to keep my faith, and I see what's going to happen. I mean, I already know what's going to happen.
Oh, you do
I
you?
already know. Oh, man, I knew you didn't do that shit, and that, this, and that. And you're talking about, oh, man, even if you don't want to look at Google, first thing you click on Google is your name. You ain't even got to ask for it. I say, what?
It's just amazing me how the difference from
That's
how
a
people
lie.
think. That's all. Because like I said, the guy who knew you from jail, who hasn't seen or spoken to you in 15 years, knew you didn't have. That's not him. He didn't do that. I know that man. He did not do that. And y'all only spent, I don't know how long y'all been in that cell or whatever, but he knows you better than your own.
Right. A person that.
Well, he thought differently. We'll say that because everybody
We
pulls,
don't care what he
from
thought.
a situation, differently.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got me out of the building. They got me out. Oh, he did her like that. Why did he do her like that? What the fuck they talking about?
Here's the thing. I'm getting that from you. Here's the thing.
What does he mean? What the fuck are we talking about? We talking about your dusty ass. That's what. Justin's mom said the Bible's not a novel. NPR nerd says 9/11. I was at work. We didn't want to go out. They said we had to. It would calm the people to see us. Oh wow. Magic City Spine is set. OMG. He's friggin' stupid. Yeah, you just got it make you want to holler, throw up both your hands. He just dumb. Villains. Shirley testified finally said, nah, in my Bible, not in my Bible. It's Disney copy. There are villains and antagonists. A lady said, I guess Satan would be a villain in the Bible. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Um, Real says he keeps trying to pass himself off as a holy man. Child, not with this information. KK Scorpio said Nesto was looking at those pictures. He just didn't know that they were children. Oh, yeah, because remember, Sonya said it could be her. Remember? Aunt Nettie said, I was living in St. Louis at the time, and they thought the building that housed military records was their next target, and I was working. Wow. There were a lot of people. I know where I live. I thought we would be the next target.
It's in all relationships involve cheating. Not saying it's right, but it's very common.
All
So let's talk. You know what I'm saying?
relationships.
So if that's all you got to say about negative, then that's fine. It's bad, but it's fine. But it's not like he was beating her, using her, taking her money. You're the reason why she
None of
broke.
that.
So they can kind of say, oh, he the reason why she broke. No, she was taking care of two households, hers and her daughter's. And her daughter's household wasn't cheap.
Thank
On
you.
top
And guess what? Shirley could afford to take, with her salary, she could afford to take care of two households. Please. I've seen people with less do it.
of whatever lifestyle she was trying to live. You know, she was not taking care of him financially. All that's on her. They trying to say, you broke her, financially. He the reason why she broke.
I'm
And then
not even.
she said, the lawyer was 40. That's all. That's in 10 years. If she came out of pocket 40, you just spent 120 on the truck, and 2 months prior. Like, I feel like that's an even swap. And like you never did a lot
Yeah.
for her. You did a hell of a lot.
I did a hell of a lot. A hell.
She said, I feel like Sonya, see, so she think this is why her marriage didn't work, because she thinks marriages are transactional. So because got her that stolen truck with somebody else's money, she thinks it's equal, because that means he spent just as much on her as she spent on him. Well, seeing as though all of that shit was stolen, she's done more for him. Plus, she in there paying how many thousands of dollars for an attorney to defend a man who's sitting on the phone with a woman he stuck his community toys in.
Mm-hmm.
A
So
hell of a lot.
shit, what the hell is 40,000? That's nothing compared to the numbers you spent.
Okay.
And
You know.
I done did a lot.
Right, exactly. So
So I'm not. That's what I told him. Man, I'm not mad at that. That shit. That.
So listen, if he reads this Bible that he has with these villains in it, they say a man, if he don't work, he don't eat. Okay. And he's supposed to be taking care of his household. So we can't pick and choose what we want to believe in the Bible, even though his has villains in it.
I'm not mad at none of that. I'm not trying to do. I'm not trying to get caught up in that world out there. That's not my style anyway. So
Okay.
that shit'll make you depressing if you sit here and look at that shit and every day, all day. That shit that's depressing more than any other.
Doesn't depress
So
me.
for me, it is, because I'm not into that kind of stuff. But anyway, but it's good that I did hear from a man. Just listen. You know what I'm saying? And because I thought you
Oh,
very
it's
funny.
good I heard from a man.
And like I say, I'm
Good
not
I
gonna
heard
sit
from a
here and turn my
man.
back on somebody who's been there for me. I'm not gonna do that. And if you need for me to do something, I won't turn my back on her either. But I let it be known, hey, this is what I got going on right now. This is it. And no folks said help me set myself free. You can't get mad. You can't do it. You quit. You quit. Am I wrong? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Is anybody on the line? Hello? Hello?
Thank you for using Global Link.
On September 11th of this year,
God said, let there be silence for all the villains in the good book. And that phone said, click.
Shirley Strawberry addressed the jail calls on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. The next video I'm working on will include Ernesto's reaction to that. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and turn notifications on so you don't miss the next one.
Okay, so that was cool. That was cool. We got to listen to these dummies. We learned that there are villains in the Bible. I mean, who knew? Who knew that there were villains there? I will also say, if you have not liked this video, make sure you like this video.
When my prayers go up, the indictments, they must come down. No. Show you right.
Yes. So, Rossi, yeah. Hello. Is anyone on the line? No. Operator, this is an emergency. My baby done hung up on me. Salt and pepper dresses, Mr. Telephone Man. There's something wrong with my line. My baby gone. Oh. It's too complicated, said Nestor. Was reading a Bible that was written by Walt Disney. Walton Disney. That's your song, T.D. Will. Hello? Hello? Is it me you're looking for? All right. Yeah, I didn't bring my inhaler out here. But at least I made it through the show. I made it through the show after we finally got a show with limited hiccups. So I'm glad about that. I'm gonna get out of here. Tomorrow I might try to go on before Native. I'm not sure, but I might try. If I don't make it, then I will be back on. I'm trying to catch my breath. I'll be back on Wednesday. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out to the marvelous Moonlight Mods. We are going to get out of here. I thank y'all for being here, and I will see y'all in these YouTube streets.
Hey, so tell us your side. What happened?
Hey, I'm an innocent bystander. They saying I drove a getaway car, but I cannot see. I'm legally blind. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm innocent. Yeah.